Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a Feel Good Friday night. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We got all your action, all your reaction to all that is going on in the wrestling world here tonight. We're going to get into all of it. Doubleheader Fridays, SmackDown and Rampage on, the eve of a big collision. We got Sanheim tomorrow. We got so much to get into. Crown Jewels are coming. We got lots to talk about, lots of rumors, lots of news, like I said. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. I'll get there. And make sure you're ready, folks. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. And like I said, folks, we're back at it again. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. Make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you say hello. I hope everyone out there is doing happy, healthy, and well. And I hope you've hit like. I hope you've hit subscribe. Be a part of the family. Enjoy the shows. We do not stop. We're bringing you more content, more live coverage than any other channel out there. And tonight, like I said, SmackDown, Rampage, a packed night, lots to talk about. We're even going to get an Abaddon sighting. So much to get into. But I will remind you out there, I am Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream, champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, I am me, and you are you. And just remember, we've got Friday Night SmackDown on FS1 tonight. It's shifted shows or shifted channels.
It's definitely shifted channels. So we will get into that. We will. MLB is in the way this eve. So very interesting in that regard.
I wonder how this will affect the ratings if we wanted to talk about that at some point.
We're definitely going to talk ratings on
certain shows.
We're definitely going to talk some ratings because, you open Pandora's box. We're going to go down that tube. But, folks, we are going to get into everything. Like I said, make sure you get in the chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. If you haven't been here before, we are the Wrestling Utopia, the place where you can just have an opinion without being told you're dumb. But
we're the cheers of pro wrestling on the internet.
There you go. Norm, let's go.
Right.
It's going to be a fun one.
Everybody knows your name. What?
Hey, coming off the heels of Halloween Havoc this week, a very interesting Dynamite. And, of course, now we're back for SmackDown and Rampage tomorrow, leading into one of the biggest matches in what I would call AEW history on a Saturday.
AEW's Hogan Goldberg.
Yes, that's exactly what I said on Wednesday.
It's 100. I mean, granted, it's going to draw you money and everything, and shout out everybody in the chat. We'll get to you in a quick second here. But did you forget this was coming up? Did you forget about, Kenny's reign? I'm sure he didn't let you forget that. Why wasn't this? I mean, you're already adding pay-per-views. Did you talk about on Wednesday how they added another pay-per-view?
Yes. The end of the world, or the world.
Yeah, there's talk that they're going to go to the monthly pay-per-view setup like WWE.
Yeah, 100%.
Looks like waste on a Saturday. Sorry.
Yeah, I really don't think they should be going to monthly pay-per-views right now, but that's just my humble opinion. Again, especially until they have like a streaming service or a Peacock or something to jump onto. But yeah, I mean, for me, again, like these pay-per-views have been lackluster, and I know Tony thinks he's on the best, pay-per-view run they've ever had. I don't agree. I've watched all of them. I've watched them all with the people.
Right, 100%. We've been here for every single one. Speaking of the peoples, let's talk to the peoples.
Okay.
Ronnie's saying, hi, everyone. Gave us a like, as everyone else should. I see about 20 people kicking around. Absolutely.
Let's go.
There's us. There's Kevin. Hi, KJ. KJ Wild. You're KJ Wild now. Been a while, my guy.
Been a while.
Larry, what up? The TLD, what up? Scott. Ronnie again. Damien. We got Bobby. We got Larry again. I think Sting's last match will be against Ric Flair.
No, it better not.
Oh boy, how it'd be.
Oh, we haven't talked about that, my friend.
I will say this, and this is my opinion. This does not represent the opinion of the channel or anyone involved
It
with the
might.
channel or anything.
It might.
I think Ric Flair's, and I've been on record saying this before, and I still stand by this. Ric Flair's last woo of his career will be the wee woo from the ambulance carting his ass the fuck out, because this man has publicly said he wants to end in the ring. He
Why not?
wants to do that. He said, I've spent most of my life there. I've spent the most time of my life there.
Yeah.
Who's going to stop him from doing it? I just don't want to be here to fucking see it, and Tony shouldn't allow it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I do not want to witness it. Yeah, great for you. Horrible. Like, if you are the company that has Ric Flair drop in the middle of the ring, I mean, dude, you can't be that hurting for attention, that hurting for love from the from the wrestling. Maybe this will get us over. No,
Well,
no.
and even you saw the backlash a little bit, or at least some vocal opinions on, great, it's so cool that we got, Ric Flair and Sting back in the ring. Granted, it's weird that you had to announce it as a gift. And I think you had the same idea both watching it of, oh my God, are they going to do the WCW match? Or are we going to just run this back? How WCW can you get, Tony? But it was a great nostalgia thing to see the two icons together again and everything. But now he's sticking around until like what, March? He's going to be he's just Sting's sidekick on his, retirement tour.
Well, Sting was
Now
primarily.
you want Ric Flair for 3 months?
Well, Sting was primarily used as like a heater or a backup to Darby. He'd come out with Darby. So what? Every time we get a Darby match, we're gonna get 3 entrances. Like, what happens now? Like, how does this work?
You get Sting and Ric Flair coming out because Darby's in the sling and everything.
Oh, well, Darby's going to be fighting at Full Gear. Originally, we thought that it was going to be Sting, Darby, and Ric Flair, but apparently it's Sting, Darby,
don't you put that evil on me. Don't you put that evil on me.
Well, they've pitched, Sting challenged Adam Copeland to figure his shit out and join the team to take on Christian is a genius, by the way. Christian was excellent. I smiled the whole segment. I couldn't help it. It's Ric Flair.
If there's a God in heaven, Ric Flair would have been dead 20 years ago. Is the coldest line ever uttered into a pro wrestling microphone.
Oh, dude, it was cold as shit. And then, the weekend of Bernie's comment popped me. Just about everything that Christian said and did. It's excellent. He's unbelievable.
Christian is having his Chris Jericho, suit wearing, run that he had in WWE of it's like his best work that he's ever done. Through all the reimaginings. Well, I'm saying this is Christian's best work that he's done. That's what I was getting at. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really do think that's the truth. I think that Christian, again, he was good in TNA. He had moments in WWE. This is different. He is the best heel this company has by far.
With how much that he's done in his career, with pretty much starting, the revolution for the tag team division in WWE, to him and Christian Cage reinventing himself as a singles competitor, and now this on top of it. He's just he's like fine wine. Chris Jericho's aging like goddamn milk, and Christian's aging like goddamn fine wine.
100%. 100%. And again, I think the difference is Christian goes out and does things, puts his, lets his actions speak louder than his words. Chris Jericho speaks. It's all words with Chris Jericho, and he doesn't stop.
Well, would you say has he lived up to his shirt, Christian, I'm saying, of the outwork everybody?
Now he has, yeah. I would argue the first year wearing that T-shirt didn't mean much because he wasn't working at all, never mind outworking anything. But once they let him work, he's outworking everybody. Like, this is what Jericho could be, and he's not.
Well, and would it be too much heel if you still had MJF being the super heel and then also Christian being the super heel right now?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's too much because there's always places on the cards for solid heels. It helps build up your heroes. It helps build up
especially in the mid card. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it. But again, one of the things that we noticed this week is MJF's all over the fucking place. And I know, you're the man that rocks the scarf.
I can grab it.
I mean, this is getting real tricky with MJF. And I've seen some people who are thumbing it up and, oh, yeah, it's great. But honestly, dude, I'm struggling with you know, the fact that you book Kenny Omega, MJF, huge match in the realm of AEW. This is gigantic. Maybe the two best champions ever in the company.
Your two
And
biggest main event talent, I would say, that have been champions.
yeah, and you're going to do it on
Well,
Thursday Night Thunder, 3 days notice.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I will say real quick of
yes, we got more peeps.
What up, Steve G? I can finally also watch SmackDown live with you guys. Only can do when it's on FS1. Well, that's like once in a blue moon, my guy.
Yeah.
Sommer, happy Friday. Absolutely, it's a feel good Friday.
That wonderful, beautiful, amazing. Everybody needs a summer day.
Oh, this is Maryland. Acknowledge me. Excuse me. That's I guess how much I acknowledge you.
Terrible time.
Master, what up? Chris Leclerc tonight in AW News. Sky Blue wrestle he 46 matches in 2023. What? Okay.
Is that fact? Has it been 46 matches?
I wouldn't be surprised. Between Ring of Honor, Collision, Rampage, Dynamite. She's one of the many overused, I don't want to say overused, frequently used talents.
Mm-hmm. And they're turning her darker and darker each week. I still don't know where that's going.
Julia Hart, she's going to turn violet or purple now instead of sky blue. Sky
right.
Violet.
You're going to have to change your name. But yeah, back to MJF. I mean,
right. As a scarf wearing member of the Devil Worshippers, I guess here, we'll go by that, or a scumbag, I guess. His words, not mine. To sit there and use this on a Collision, my big thing is, did you forget this was coming up? Like, could you have not used that to, like, did you not foresee this coming down the pipeline to build up around? And then the whole devil thing's getting really interesting-ish, weirdish, though, I feel.
But where's the interest? Like, I mean, again, to me, it's storytelling via pop-up book. Like, it's not real. Like, there's no real anything to it. Like,
the only interest is fan theories. The only interest is fan theories. I will say that, because there's people thinking it's Punk behind it.
Yeah, no, I've seen that going around a lot. Like, you know, Punk wasn't fired. This is Punk coming back. You know, the reincarnation.
It would be amazing, but
epic. I'd give them total marks.
Right, but how juxtaposition though is it that the same man that we're saying could pull that off is the same guy that's giving us, and I mean, good on you. I'm glad it's not on a Wednesday, that it's at least on a Collision. But we're getting MJF and Kenny Omega just randomly thrown together on a Saturday. Like, could Saturday out ratings, I guess, Dynamite this week because of this?
I don't think so. I still think it's gonna. I think you're gonna see it still. If it cracks 500,000, I'll be shocked. And that's part of the sad part of this whole situation for me. I don't think it's gonna make people jump into a Saturday night any different than any other Collision, and nobody expects Kenny to win it.
MJF's no one expects Kenny to win it at all. I was just more of like thinking about it. Yeah, the overall average can drag it down, I feel.
Probably.
Imagine this opens the show. You have no reason to tune the fuck in anymore.
No, and it's the same thing I said about last week. Wednesday night's Dynamite is all the good shit happened in the beginning. And then there was some stuff sprinkled throughout the show. But if you were just curious in MJF and the storylines and such, you could turn off. You were good. The main event meant nothing. There's no meaning to it. We're still not sure what happened at the end of the show. Everybody just came to a standstill and we said goodbye. But I mean, it really struck me as odd that, you know, you have an opportunity to do all these little, you know, Samoa Joe, Wardlow. You have all these opportunities to thread MJF through your whole show and then make MJF for his Diamond Ring the main event. And it kicks off the show and then you shove everything in the first 20 minutes in. There was way too much going on.
They do the adverse of what everybody complains that WWE does if they set up their main event with the opening segment, which you honestly should do. He just gives us the main event in the opening segment. It's like starting a Thanksgiving dinner with the fucking main course. You don't eat the turkey and then have the sides and everything.
I mean, you can, but I mean, that's where
I don't discriminate. As a fact that I don't discriminate on food.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. To me, it's not the strongest of choices. But I wouldn't book it that way. I think there's a good way. Like, it was literally a match and then a promo and then a promo and then a fight and then a promo and then a promo. And I know some fans were like, "This is awesome." To me, it was all types of clustery fuckiness. All of it.
The same people that think that that's amazing are the same ones that'll say when NXT does that, it's terrible.
100%. Yeah, I mean, again, the same people that throw temper tantrums and start screaming at the walls about they never explained Brock Lesnar and Cody to me. Why don't I know? Why don't I know? Well, dude, explain some of this shit to me. Again, MJF opens the show with a promo, which I like, and then we get a flash of the mask guy. That goes away. There's no further talk about it. No explanation about it. Nobody, nothing.
Did they address it at all? I think the only thing that we've seen is Jay White every now and then get spooked.
Yeah, like, no, not really. And I think it would have been better off if, like, the ass boys turned up, like, beat up in the back, and everyone was like, "What happened?" And it was the masked man. Like, give me some story. Don't just keep giving me pictures. Maybe I'm just not simple enough.
It's so far out, or are they just kicking the can with it?
Yeah, but I don't feel like, I agree with you. That's probably what they're doing. But kind of like the White Rabbit, you had to give us some more to chomp on. If we're gonna run down this road, Hansel and Gretel, give us some breadcrumbs. Give us something to follow. Not just every once in a while a picture. Oh, he's here. Oh, what end?
Right. What? We'll follow our breadcrumbs. Pause here. Bear no disrespect on that. Evening, fellas. Up y'all in the chat. Been busy, but here for the show. Appreciate you, my guy. Especially because I know where you reside and T's and P's up there. But yeah. Alexander, what's up? Paul saying, skipping my comment. We never mean to, folks. We do have the super chats, the super stickers, and I guess I can lose the scarf here, but we do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, all of that. If you want to show up and show out, because that's what the show is about, and you want to make sure we get to your point, your comment, and everything, that's the way to go about it. Because it does get a little bit busy around here.
Yeah, no, we're taking on like 500 an hour, guys. So if you get skipped, my bad, his bad, not really. We're doing our best. So just smile. Put it back in if you want. But if you want to stand out, like Nick said, there's options to stand out as well. So you're never slighted, but we can't click everything. We try, though.
Right. Greg, what up? Boston saying, explain it. Explain it to me.
I want answers. What's in the box? I cannot
believe you can't handle the truth. Curtis saying, over under number of commercial breaks, 10. Ooh, I'll take the line.
2 hours.
10's like the honey spot.
Whew. The line feels so tempting on this one. I'll go over. We'll get 11.
A little dangerous.
A little dangerous on Friday night.
So dessert first, then turkey. You have first round of dessert, then you have second dessert. And we're like hobbits. You have first breakfast, second breakfast, third
the amount of turkey I shove in my face ain't nothing going in my pile until I get there.
Pause.
This is the way it is.
That things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh shit! What's up, boys? Well, that's the perfect comment to come off of that. Pause.
I like that. What's up, Baxter? Sorry,
Steve G. Paul.
Baxter.
I think we did earlier, but we can.
We got Baxter. What's up, Baxter?
Baxter, not Dexter, not Baxter. Like Baxter, like the dog.
Baxter the dog.
Where was Paul? Had a good one. Fun fact. Well, not a fun fact. Opinion, I guess. Christian is a better TNT champion than MJF is a world heavyweight champion. Have you been happy with MJF's world title reign?
I don't like MJF's title reign, and I kind of touched on why already. I think they dulled him. I think they softened him. If he was a petulant, arrogant heel, dialed in heel, that all these baby faces kept trying to beat him and knock him down and beat him and knock him down, and he just won't let it happen. That would have been a much better title run for me than he's semi-baby face, kind of baby face, and everyone's trying to kill him, which I don't mind, but they're actively trying to kill him. Like, it's a very complicated fucking plot line here.
I think MJF runs into the problem here of he's too good at everything. And also, he has had the bag fumbled more than any champion, more than Hangman taking a fucking year and a half to finish out that story, everything like that. I think there was a whole different plan planned for MJF's title reign before the Brawl Out, and that all went to shit.
Yeah.
And it's since gone to shit. And then we've had Adam Cole get injured, and that screwed things even worse. Like, he has just had the pooch screwed constantly. But I will say, to me, there are two valid that felt like world title reigns when it comes to being the AEW World Championship. Kenny Omega and CM Punk. Moxley's never felt like he's had a super serious reign to me. Jericho certainly hasn't. MJF, even again, as a scarf-wearing member, it's not been the best. I like that he's world champ, but it's not been a memorable reign.
Now, I don't like using examples from one company to the other, but we do it a lot just because it's a nice comparable at times. So if we think back through 2023, and you think about how many moments have you and I been on screen, like screaming and losing our mind, blown away by the story that just got told. Sammy, Jay, Jimmy, Solo, Cody, a good amount of stories have paid off through this year where we were like, oh my God, I can't believe that's how this story played out. I don't feel like we've had a lot of that with MJF. Like I can't wait for these two guys to meet and the story be told of their rivalry. I don't. And I think with Jay White, I feel like Jay White, again, this week, there was a match and then a Jay White promo. Jay White never just gets the spotlight. 19 other things are going on. Fucking Roderick Strong rolls out to the ring. The Kingdom were completely inept and useless in helping. I guess that's their attempt to show MJF they like him, but they suck at it. So he tells him to roll off a cliff. I thought that was beautiful. But yeah, where are those big moments where you're like, oh my God?
Well, like I said, I think it's because he's had the pooch screwed so much. He has literally and figuratively, I feel, had to, and I say this, granted, yes, I'm a big fan, but has had to put that fucking company on his back.
Oh, absolutely.
This company would not even be in the position that it was if it wasn't him still trying to do the most that he can in every fucking thing as world champ. And it's just been terrible booking around him.
It really has been. And like I said on Wednesday, Nick, MJF is the center of this universe. Everything revolves around MJF, which is great because he's your champion. That's the way it should be. But if there's any chance that he gets hurt or leaves this company, they are lacking real solid star power. I know people, they're the best roster in the world ever in the history of wrestling. But as far as
his words, actually.
Yeah, his words too. But really, if they lose him, they got a big problem. Because a lot of the stuff we're seeing, like, why is Samoa Joe not in some type of storyline for his title? Not yelling at MJF. Let him go be a champion. Let him defend
when
that.
We've got a Ring of Honor pay-per-view coming up in, I think, December. So let's maybe start building some things.
Yeah.
Instead of forgetting that we have, history versus history on, and we've got to just throw it on a Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. Kenny and MJF could have been built up so well. You give a solid month heading into Wrestle Dream, heading into Full Gear, Kenny and MJF would have been beautiful. But now we're getting this.
And imagine if this was the feud that came out of Adam Cole getting hurt. I know you would have already started the Jay White feud and everything like that, but that was still a little weird that seems shoehorned in there. If you could have started it with Kenny going after, well, you're about to beat my reign for longest champion, and I'm going to make sure that you don't break that record. So then you use that and you build that to a match. You could have had that at, would you have done it? I don't think you would have done it at All Out. That would have been too soon. They haven't had a pay-per-view in between. That's the only fucking thing.
Well, they had Wrestle Dream, but MJF was.
You could have done it there.
Yeah, you were defending.
He was in a Ring of Honor tag title match then
by himself, and we haven't. And there's a tag team that got completely kind of whittled away. But unfortunately, look at tonight. We're getting a contract signing between LA Knight and Roman Reigns. I'm excited for the contract signing. I'm excited for the match. I don't think there's a chance in fucking hell that LA Knight's going to beat Roman, but I'm excited to see it. There's something compelling there. It's not like Roman Reigns is going to fight LA Knight or this guy or this guy or this guy or this guy. It's here's your next challenger. Here's your next challenger. Now, everybody on the periphery could want the belt and make reference. One day I'm going to have the title, or, fucking so-and-so MJF better watch his back. But to be actively pursued, and then you have the Acclaimed getting involved, and he doesn't like the Acclaimed, and Billy wants to beat him up. To me, it's really watered down the excitement of the AEW World Champion. I like what Christian's doing.
Absolutely. Well, I was going to say, we can talk about it depending on if we get time, but we'll certainly talk about it in commercial break. We might have gotten a spoiler alert from good old Uncle Dave. I know, a big favorite around here. About who's going to be the Booker of the Year, and it might surprise you. But Paul, I was never serious, just clown with you guys. Yeah, no, we never thought it was serious at all. You guys are my top review show. Appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it.
Right. No, we don't. We don't take anything personal. Not often.
We don't take ourselves seriously. How can we take y'all seriously?
Right. Let's go.
Again, though, I will say, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated.
Never duplicated.
Let me talk to you. Give that like button the BFT and join the Wrestling for Life. Yeah.
Let's go. Thank you, Curtis.
I turned on Fox and went, oh, yeah, World Series. Then Instincts of Wrestling fan kicked in and went FS1. Yeah. So if you're trying to find it on your local cable provider, it's on FS1 tonight instead of on Fox.
Yeah. And I mean, I always find it funny when there's like, oh, the ratings are going to dip because it's on another channel. You're like,
who won't tweet about it? Paul Levesque. You know where you won't hear it mentioned in any sort of an interview or anything? Anyone from the WWE offices about how they had to fucking move to a different network or anything because of sports. You know where you might hear from it? I think you know.
You know where. Well, speaking of that, and we will get deeper into the WWE talk, and tonight, big night, more matches being Crown Jewel stacked. This is the most stacked Crown Jewel we've got in a hot minute.
Right. Sorry. Don't mean to fully cut you off there. But this is the comment that I saw earlier, and I was getting this because this just made my brain twitch. KJ Nick fans are defending bad booking by saying wrestling was never based off stories and promos.
That's all it ever was based on.
Yeah, because I don't go and watch the fucking movies or anything like that because I'm, invested in the story, or I don't want to tune into a fucking TV show because I relate to the characters or anything like that. That's such field goal post moving that it literally hurts my brain.
Oh, it's ridiculous because, again, listen, we've said this many times. Between the AEW and WWE, there's a happy medium that neither one's really found totally at times, right? AEW, we get really good matches. Like last Dynamite, not this week, the week before, we had two amazing matches on the same night. But then there was a whole bunch of other shit that I did not care about. But the story is always what sold us. The Michaels, the Austins, the Hogans. You give me a wrestler, you throw a name out, and we will tell you why we gave a shit about that person.
I will say this, and don't clip this because I don't want to ever be on record of agreeing with this man ever again. But I agree with Disco Inferno, who put it out there. Good old Brian Gilberti. You're right. Yeah. Staying alive. Where he said, to an extent, of there's never been a 5-star match that drew a dime, in the sense of you get caught up and built up on the story. That's what gets you invested into the fucking match. That's what gets you to spend the money. Versus if they kill it in the ring, amazing, great, phenomenal. We've been here live watching plenty of matches. There was no fucking story to it, but it was an amazing match. But you know what makes that match even better? If you're invested into it, if you have a compassion involved.
Speaking of invested, I have a then on my screen. So when you get there, please let me know.
I have drag racing. Right, and RuPaul's not involved.
I was gonna say.
Now I have then now. Brown cow.
Who is you? Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown is kicking off. Me and Big Nick are going to take you all the way through 2+ hours of action. And then we are going to stick around for Rampage. And it's a Feel Good Friday. So who knows when we're going home? It's going to be a fun one. We will remind everybody out there, we are back tomorrow for Collision and for NWA. It's going to be a crazy night. It's going to be a fun night here on the channel. MJF versus Kenny is worth the price of admission alone, but we got a whole bunch more going on with you. So make sure you hit those buttons, and here we go. I got the crowd cheering.
Absolutely. I got the little drone shot as I see you, boss, and saying, as per usual, I'm 6 years behind. Kiss my ass. I like this from Pastor Jeff. I think maybe a new name. How you doing, my guy?
Nice.
Oh, no, he's a member. So how you doing, my guy? But which one's Cisco and which one's Ebert? Well, we've been compared to Mad Dog Russo and what's his name there. I think we're more Statler and Waldorf there from the fucking Muppets and everything. I don't know about you, my guy.
Like
you got any good comparisons that we've been compared to?
Right.
Thelma and Louise.
You go, I go.
Right.
I play video games because of the stories. Oh,
Facts.
Congratulations on 3 months.
Absolutely. Again, appreciate you, my guy. But again, even more facts.
There you go.
Again,
no, I mean, wrestling's always been built on stories, guys. Like when we talk about, do you remember the best match from that Mania? People talk about the Steamboat Macho match. They don't talk a lot about the main event matches, but that was the biggest draw. That was why people bought tickets. That's what you sell people on.
Which is easier to come to your mind, the story that built to the match or the match itself?
The story. It's always the story.
Exactly.
It's always the story. Right?
Speaking of the fucking story, the GOAT right now, the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, and the wise man, Paul Heyman, are coming out right now. This man keeps staying with the fucking finest shirts, but if you want to get some fine shirts yourself, 100%, we got the merch store. Absolutely, be a friend. Yeah, our lovely bearded model there. I think we'll pull up, if we could pull up the picture of Luna. I think that might be a little bit better. Respectfully.
I can make this a V-neck, all right?
No one wants that. No one asked for that.
What's up, Gilly? How you do? Oh, LA Knight interrupting the intro. I fucking love it. Let's go.
Corey Graves had a really good point that kind of circulated a lot today that I saw about how the story's always in the chase. You always get behind the babyface that is chasing.
Yeah.
And it's not, once you reach that top of the hill, it kind of becomes a little bit of now what? And I think that's the worry with LA Knight is if he did win it, especially on Roman, now what?
Well, if he wins it, dude, I kind of agreed with, I hate, to admit it, but Booker T had me thinking of like, man, it would blow up the world if somebody actually beat Roman out of left field. Like, give it that realism instead of like, we have a 3-year plan. We're executing our 3-year plan.
That would really light a fucking fire under everybody's ass there if it's just out of the blue. Like you didn't fucking expect it at all. Because that's the one thing that, especially a bit doing what we do and being as involved in paying attention to wrestling as we do, at times it kind of sucks because stuff always you can kind of see where they're going down the path.
Yeah.
Versus if it was something completely out of left field to where you don't think they're gonna, like if Sami Zayn won Elimination Chamber, the fucking place they might set on fire just celebrating.
Yeah, and to me it's a little more newsworthy. But to our previous point, you have this top heel with a heel manager who often cheats to win, almost always cheats to win, doesn't work as hard or as often as people want him to, and everybody wanted Sammy to beat him. Didn't happen. Everybody wanted Cody to beat him. The heartbreak that happened at WrestleMania, the anger that it caused, now you're telling stories. Now you're eliciting emotional response to what you're doing.
Right.
For better or for worse.
Well, I was going to say, I don't want to use LA's line against you there, but you're going to talk all night because I ain't got the time. I only said it because he said it.
Right.
Perfect start to the show. Gilly, what up? J-Boy, what up? Bash, what up? I like this. It's the Rock Cold Dwayne Austin. LA Knight starting to use the Stone Cold. By
the way, Nick Aldis is in the ring as well, guys. He is presiding over the the events tonight, and I like what they're doing here, creating a rivalry between Pierce and Aldis.
Oh, I think it's amazing. Well, and it helps build too if you got into an actual traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match.
Yeah. And some actual like competing for free.
Yeah. This man is reading line for line through the contract and throwing in yes.
It's good though, even for him to interrupt. How dare you interrupt the tribal chiefs?
But it has that. This has that Rock Austin vibe You have a guy who's the corporate champion,
Yeah.
who's the package, the guy that they want on the concession stands or on all the marketing, the brand of the show, versus the guy that wasn't supposed to be here, the guy that comes out in the leather vest, has got the catchphrase, has got the crowd behind him.
Someone's got to sign LA date night. Well, Roman grabs the pen and smirks as the crowd cheers for LA.
Hey, dude.
No lack of love for
dummy,
LA
because LA Knight uses dummy. Man just shit on a whole city just on a backhanded insult.
I'm talking to you.
I'm not talking to you, Milwaukee.
But again,
there hasn't been a talker like LA Knight since The Rock. I'm loving this.
Nice. I mean, I wouldn't say
that caliber, debatable. Well, not true. That style, I guess I'll give you that.
But he has got himself over in a way that not many people have done in a long, long time.
Oh, absolutely.
Let me talk to you.
Have you ever had a championship match? And I really like, and Kevin Dunn, you bucktooth beaver fuck. I will give you credit of getting the reflection shots of like Roman as he's cutting a promo to LA Knight with the sunglasses. I think they got it once, and like now we're just gonna do it every like 3 shots.
Right.
We can't put the camera all on Roman, so we'll just put on LA and just watch Roman through his sunglasses.
Right. I like it. Those sunglasses have become iconic at this point.
They're a little bit like the prime time, the Deion Sanders shades.
Yeah, right. Oh, Roman signing the contract.
Oh, but there's no ink in the pen.
Oh, wow. It's a ploy.
You're going to grab the other pen. We're going to see if there's ink in that.
There's some fishing.
That pen should work. I wonder if that was
Roman scared.
And it's a big chant.
Give him the belt, bro. Just give it to him. Fuck your
it would fucking set the world on fire. Some men just want to watch the world burn, Mr. Wayne.
Fucking do it. Do it. What are you waiting for?
LA Knight versus Cody at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, I mean, shit changes. Life changes. You might have a plan. You can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. Figure your shit out.
I'm the only one who got that, and I love it.
Oh,
what?
I'm the head of the table. Acknowledge me.
Oh, well, I mean, it is a contract signing. Someone's got to go through a table here.
This is the worst chant I ever heard. Which one?
Roman scared. Daniel, so see, there you go. We all got it. No, I got it with Outcast reference. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You sorry son of a bitch. What? That is interesting that they do actually have him positioned at the head of the table.
Right. And then listen, LA Knight is the star of this segment.
Right. Period. Smooth. It is on FS1.
Yes.
You know what's going to happen? He just walked out with my WWE Championship.
I wish he had the dummy button.
I only need one time. While you were busy doing suffering succotash.
Thank you. You're welcome. Good luck to Roman Reigns. Eric, welcome.
I don't think he needs luck, but I'm sure he appreciates it.
Well, he's got Paul in the bloodline and a whole bunch of friends, so we'll see.
Right. Yeah.
Dude. This man's over as all fuck.
But again, it's so interesting to think that we went through the dark doldrums of no one could cut a fucking halfway decent promo in pro wrestling to now Roman's a great promo. LA Knight's a great promo. Cody's a good promo. We've got Cena back. MJF's a fantastic fucking promo. All that.
That's
It's
why he looks good.
Wealth of riches.
Spoiled. I mean, listen, we can debate the wrestling all we want, but all I know is Roman said eat the table. I'm saying
you're right. You don't go through the table, the table goes through you.
I'll show you head of the table.
Right. I will put this table on your head.
And that's perfect. Perfect. The babyface gets the better of him verbally, and the champ says, you know what? Enough of this shit. Let me remind you who I am.
If they really wanted to run with this, they could do Rock fucking Austin, I feel. Honestly.
Yeah. No, dude. Saudi Arabia
Cody's Roman Cena. This is Rock Austin.
It's going to be insane next Saturday. Brunch with the boys, 7.
Is it 7?
I don't know. I just make
We're getting up there like the fucking Fast and the Furious movies.
I thought it was, I don't know. I just make it up.
Can you make my
it's on channel 220 or 925.
This man just helping extremely of like, hey, if you got this provider, I got you on that one. If you got that provider, I know you're on that one. That's right. We're good on you. That's why we're glad we got this community.
There you go. Joyce, welcome. Smackdown FS1. Yes.
Well, Roman's all over. The people we haven't seen comment regularly all just popped in together of like, we will help you, sir.
By the way, if you are new here, I know we got about 70 people hanging around and we want to get to 100.
Oh, LA Knight turns the tide.
LA Knight, lace and boots.
Man out here stomping a mud hole in those Timberlands.
Yeah.
He's literally stomping a mud hole and walking it dry.
Oh, I kind of wanted Roman to stay, like, walk away, like, in a better position.
Just slide out. Oh, here
comes Jimmy!
Jimmy out here looking like fucking Suge Knight at this goddamn Source Awards with all this fucking red on.
You good, So, Jimmy about to take a blunt force trauma, if anybody wants to know.
Yeah. I do find it funny if Jimmy's still the one trying to prove himself.
Jimmy through a table.
Through the table.
Down and out.
Yeah. Let me talk to you.
It's a great opening to this show. But see, this is kind of what I wanted with MJF on Wednesday. And I hate to make the comparable while we're in the moment, but just do something like this to set the tone for the rest of the night. Make MJF the star of the show. The whole show, not 20 minutes of the show.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like I said, that's what they do with WWE, and that's what now they've done it so much. We're sick of it. It's passe to where you can tell already what the main event is going to be by the opening segment. Yeah, no shit, because it's supposed to get you invested through the whole fucking show. That's why they put the milk at the back of the grocery store. So you got to walk through that whole bitch.
Bag o' milk treatment. Where's Solo? Hanging up on
timeout. Well, go ahead. We'll read through some of these. As John Cena's biggest challenge is him facing Solo tonight. I thought it was announced for Crown Jewel. I was going to ask about the bag milk because that throws me off. You have bag milk in Canada.
Yeah, we got bag milk in Canada. Yes.
Why? Do you not have paper? Easier. Can you not make cartons? Can you not?
We have cartons. You have cartons are an option, a secondary option. So you can get a carton in various sizes, or you can get a bag because a bag is more. You get 3 bags of milk that last.
So you don't have a gallon.
Well, we have liters because we make sense.
Yeah, too much math for my brain. Go back to the chat.
You can have that.
Well, you can have that. That ain't what I'm math at.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lowo, Carlito and Santos on the way to the ring.
Get this man a Lowo shirt.
Carlito's like, I'm wearing my own.
I gotta move this merch, motherfucker. They took my theme from me. I gotta at least move the merch.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Buy my t-shirt.
Right. Jason says he's attending the Royal Rumble. Shout out. I think also Anthony is as well. So go say hi to Anthony.
That should be fun.
Cody, a good promo. Please, he sounds like he wants to be in Washington. Yeah. Sometimes a good promo's the politicking.
You know, he's Mayor McCheese for sure. It's a lot from Cody.
Captain America.
Oh yeah, just kissing babies and shaking hands.
out there kissing hands and shaking babies.
Shaking babies.
But we are in commercial break number 1 right now.
Yeah, commercial 1.
Right.
Good start to the show, though, folks. I'm happy with this.
Brother Fluff, I was wearing Timberlands in the late 90s. 90s copy of me, not Austin. No, I think if you have ever been from the state of New York, you own a pair of Timberlands.
Listen,
I can respectfully go and get my pair of Tims right now.
I've been rocking the Tims since the 90s, and I haven't stopped. It's just
We're talking about Timberlands, not Tim Hortons.
Yeah, I rock the Tims too. It's delicious. Wearing Tims at Timberlands, or wait,
while your name is Timmy, it's just the world implodes upon you.
Yeah, just so much. I have a cousin, Timmy. He'd wear Timberlands at Tim Hortons.
How much Tim could a Tim
wear? How much Tim's could a Tim? Yeah, look what you started, Fluff. But yeah, no, I think it was very. I think it's cool because LA Knight's kind of a product of our generation, so you see it.
Except right.
I wore a bubble vest for a while. I thought it was Fred Durst, but whatever.
You did.
I did it all. I did. A lot of cookies. All of it for the cookies and
that's why you were sick, boy. You got all them cookies.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas? What up, Joe? Solo gets a Cena match. Well, Cena's got to break his 6-year streak.
Losing streak.
Yeah.
Even he acknowledges if I keep coming in and losing, people are going to get tired of it.
Seriously. Tyvon, what up? Sadly, I don't have FS1, so I'm going to just keep up with y'all through it. That's what we're here for. We're the wrestling buddies you can't get in real life and the alternative commentary you need in your life.
We gotcha.
Right.
Joe Gary saying, what's up, fellas? I don't know if you clicked on that one.
Yes, sorry, I can. There we go.
What's up?
Where was it? On the subject of Timberlands, you can have that. I'm not touching that.
I don't drink the Roman Reigns Kool-Aid. Pause.
But he does drink the Tony Khan Flavor-Aid.
Oh, there you go. I don't know what you're not drinking. I don't know if I've drank the Kool-Aid or I'm just.
As we're in commercial break 1, do we want to talk about our favorite buddy, good old Uncle Dave, of how I think he's drinking the Roman Reigns Kool-Aid as now his early prediction for Booker of the Year is Mr. Paul Levesque because of the bloodline story.
Because of the bloodline. And again, there's nothing, he's not wrong. And I never say that about Uncle Dave. And again, I think this is just, he knows. He learned it last year. Remember, he had to come out and put a separate statement out of like, the fans were wrong. They voted the wrong way. I have to correct it. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to give it credit. There's nothing bigger in wrestling than the bloodline. And what Roman Reigns has done in 22 and 23, he creates a lot of buzz, love him or hate him. You can't argue with what he, like, that's like nothing else.
It has shifted the tide. You can admit that. Whether one side or the other, it has shifted the fucking tide.
Absolutely.
Daniel, what up? As we're getting a separate Carlito music, which is weird.
Well, it's a long commercial and the fans are just sitting there.
Fair enough. Well, they could come up with signs like this. Did you see the sign in the crowd that said Roman Stains?
No.
As we show Ray in the back. So at Crown Jewel, we are getting Ronald Mysterious versus Logan Paul for the U.S. Championship.
Yes, we are. I think what Meltzer does here, Nick, is, and to what Gamer's saying, is he's smart enough to see the landscape. And he knows if he was to say, well, clearly it's Tony Khan, he knows how incorrect it is. So he doesn't really fuck with that. He knows when he's got to pick his bottles, so to speak. You know? Again, if he's to come out now, like last year, and say, oh, it's clearly my best friend, well, probably not. And we know that. And he's trying to save face. He's trying to bring back some of that credibility. See, I say mean shit too.
I can, well, maybe he's gotten pushed out of AW enough that he's like, well, fine, I'll go hang out with my other friends.
Well, is this a fair question in the sense of, is he closer with like the Bucks or Kenny or Jericho closer to them than he is to the actual company at this point. So you'll always put Jericho over, almost always.
I think, and I don't know if we've talked about this, and we might talk about it even on Sunday, this man sat there and tried to give Tony some booking advice, and it maybe got not the same response that he thought it was going to get. And Tony doesn't want to listen. So much like a jaded lover, he's fucking Taylor Swift in this of "We are never, ever, ever," all of that.
Yeah, but the Street Profits are getting in the ring. Bobby's in the ring already.
Bobby looks like $1 million.
As always. The new look, Street Profits. I really wish they would just change their name to Bobby and the Profits already.
No, I think they might be getting an edition of a Carmelo bar.
You think so?
They're already teasing that he's the one that attacked Trick and everything. That's his heel turn. He goes back to being heel Carmelo, and Trick can just be a plucky baby face on NXT and an over baby face at that.
Well, yeah, okay. I think Carmelo definitely in the running. I thought Trick and Carmelo were going to do it together.
I wanted to do them both, but
I don't think so. I think Trick might get left behind for a little bit.
Well, that's what I think is going to happen. I wanted to move them both up, but I think the booking has placated that it's going to be one or the other. As I've got Escobar and Dawkins right now in the ring.
No more solo cups, thank God. Yep. No, again, when you change character, you have to change everything, your presentation, your song. If you're going to change attitude, it should be reflective. You shouldn't come out as a heel to a sing-along every time. It just doesn't work. You're sending mixed messages.
Red Solo Cup.
I feel you up. That's not the one. What's up, Jake? How you doing? How you doing?
I don't mind it. You can... I get what you're saying. Jericho's fucking ruined it for everybody else. You can't have an entertaining heel now.
No, but I mean, you look at it when you do it right. So the Street Profits get more of an edge. They're in a bit of a heel faction. So they stop doing the solo cups. They stop being as...
But they tease them breaking up and shit. Like this group's been handled awkward as hell.
I think they had a hiccup in the beginning where they had that loss. I didn't like that at all. But they're getting them into something now, I suppose.
Should they be out here in the flashy gear? Do you want them dressed up out here in, the slickers and the suits and everything like that? Like,
well, not
Bobby is out here wrestling like IRS.
I don't mind them wrestling in black and gold, man. Black and yellow, black and yellow.
The New Orleans Saints out here as Escobar's up on mid rope. Oh, Carlito's gonna dive.
Oh,
Carlito!
Oh, get him!
That man just did the slowest of rolling zenton.
Oh, no, my turn. My turn.
Now we're just gonna watch that move. Oh, commercial break. I thought we were about to just watch that move in fast forward.
No, we're going. Yeah, we're gonna watch the actual speed of it, but we are in commercial break, folks. I think that's a wonderful idea. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. Enjoy the show.
That's his. Fair enough. That's KJ's half attempt at a segue there of letting you know that he's going to take a pause for the cause here right now as I'm getting an advertisement for college football on Saturday. After all, but Bailey destroyed her Bailey buddies when she turned heel. Yeah, she got rid of the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing two men. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing two men. But we're about a half hour through SmackDown so far. How you feeling on a feel good Friday night? By the way, Goldust is going to join the Almighty Profits. What? Oh, wow. Oh, because of the black and gold. I see what you're doing there. I see you, my guy. I'm not sour about Solo anymore. I just think the wrong thing that we were talking about, I guess, was Solo's my guy. But yeah, I guess fine. You're not mad at Solo. That dive was not cool. Yeah, I think he kind of spit in the face. The average age of AW of the wrestlers on Wednesday was 45.5. Where did you source that from, Keyshawn? Because if that's a super credible source, A, I kind of almost believe it. B, it's very much like I've been saying, WCW. But just that shows where they really are versus where they think they are. Just saying. Profits had to sell Carlitos that. Yeah, it was a little day late and a dollar short there. When I was just about to say that was the lamest dive I've ever seen. It was slow motion. Yes, it was practice, not a game. We're talking about practice. LWO for the win. Yes, I will remind everybody, let us know your predictions, who you're taking for this match, whether you're taking Bobby and the Profits, or if you're taking the LWO. I think I'm going to go, I'm going to go Profits on this one. They need to build them. They need to stay somewhat halfway consistent with them, honestly. I think Solo is who dethrones Roman. Said that for a year now. I think you're still wrong. But I could still see it and still make a case for it. Break number 2, Reverend Bobby. Yes, Shimana Haya, Shimana Honda. Street Profits for the win. Bobby for LWO. What? Solo was the Samoan wrecking machine. Yeah, he's 100% just new age Umaga. Nick, I checked my mailbox this morning. Oh, my guy. Just, you're going to have to grow your own. This isn't like a chia pet. This isn't for sale or anything like that. You just got to do you, boo-boo. Again, like I've said before, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Oh, guess who's calling for safety? That's Daniel. I'm so glad that you mentioned this, and I'm so sad that you mentioned this as KG's on the pause for the cause. How weird is it that Jon Moxley, of all people, John GCW deathmatch, I don't give a shit, fucking skewers in the forehead, everything like that. Jon Moxley is the one that now is like, we need to have some safety measures up in this. Like, my guy. This is like Nick Cage, wanting to censor blood on GCW TV. It's like, where did this come from? I respect and I get it. I don't want to say I knock it, but it's just so weird to come out of your mouth to say that. As we're back from commercial, as I've got Ford and Escobar right now in the ring. Lastly, a short version of the Kingpin. No, I don't think Lashley's short at all. Well, that depends on if you're going by comic book of how tall Kingpin is. I think he's like 6'8". Well, Lashley's like 6'4". Like, I'm Big Nick for a reason, and Lashley would make me look tiny as shit. Well, we still got just Ray just watching backstage. Why not just watch at ringside, asshole? James, I can see we get the Usos and Solo versus Roman and some mercenaries, and it's billed as a Civil War or something like that. I've been down for that for a hot minute. I think that combines my theory a little bit of hired guns, hired goons, and KJ's of he wants the whole, training day of you motherfuckers. King Kong ain't got on me. All of that. No, wait. Let's put Cross in the LWO because he's Puerto Rican. No, Cross is just going to be spooky. Have you seen my picture? I've got mine. Boston. I'm gonna just avoid you for a half second because I don't know what you're talking about. Fred Bucks, what up, guy? My guy, practice. We talking about practice? 100% there. I'm glad you guys see. KJ got his Outcast reference. I got my AI reference. Rangers are win. Fair enough. Bobby Lashley is the single greatest threat to Roman Reigns and the SmackDown locker room, and we all know it. Ooh, bold strategy, bold statement. I think a Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns feud would be great. I just worry how you get there, especially right now. Both are supposed to be heel. You've got to kind of turn one. It's interesting too, now that I'm thinking about it, because allegedly the only feud that we're going to get with Roman outside of Crown Jewel, his next pay-per-view match is going to be at Royal Rumble. He's not going to have a match at Survivor Series, and everybody's already pegging that it's going to be him versus AJ Styles. So that to me, there's so many possibilities for this that makes it great, but there's so many. It's like, so does he just hold it for another like 3 years and Cody's just the bridesmaid, never the bride? Because there's so many good options you could go with Roman here, as Escobar with a step up knee that just drops Dawkins right now. Yeah, just fucking huge V trigger. Pierce, what up, my guy? Good day, mate. What up, my guy? Go and check out my homie 100%, man. Did the ring announcing for Impact when they were in Australia. And absolutely even shout out Tom Campbell from Cultaholic, who I know is doing the ring announcing for Impact as they're in Newcastle right now. So they're recording Turning Point right now. We get to watch it on November 3rd, which I still throws me off at times when it comes to Impact. Why not just let us watch it? The prodigal son has arrived, Victor. What up, my guy? Victor, what up? Well, forget it, money. I'll find him in Boston. I don't know what you're talking about. As I've got Carlito and Ford with a rolling net breaker. Dawkins breaks up the 2 count. Yeah, this match is starting to get a little bit of a legal man syndrome. So Carlito tags in Escobar. So again, folks, if you haven't done so already, let me know who you're taking for this match, whether you're taking the LWO or whether you're taking Bobby and the Profits, as Logan Paul just jumps Ronald Mysterious backstage. See, again, why not do this out in the fucking arena? I mean, you're going to give them the reason to run backstage, but you could have still done it. Oh, so we're only sending Carlito, who's jogging briskly. He's not running with any sort of concern, any sort of, emergency, anything. This man is just literally out here briskly walking. If Escobar wins this right now, this is burying the fucking Profits. Blind tag, Dawkins. Escobar with a step up in Seguri.
Escobar's not winning.
Bro, we talked about earlier how MJF defended
different company
by himself and buried not only a whole tag team, a whole division.
Yeah, different company, different choice making.
Yeah, but is it weird to you? And I know you want to pause and everything like that, and I do find this interesting. And so I'll ask one question and I'll ask another as I take a pause. So is it interesting that they had the Logan Paul Rey Mysterio spot backstage instead of at ringside?
No, I don't think it matters. You just want you want to accomplish the goal, and you don't want him to fit. Like, you don't have a reason for Carlito to run away at that point. Then you have to actually engage.
Big distraction though.
It worked.
The roll up, the fucking flapjack, whatever, 1D.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that they got the finisher. It wasn't a roll up, but yeah, no, I'm okay with him as being in the back. I have no problem with that.
You could have still hit it. I think you just don't have the Escobar firing up spot, but fair enough. And so I'll ask you this before I find my way out here for a smoke break. So is it interesting to you, as I've got Roman and Heyman backstage?
Heyman's got a Green Bay belt.
Green Bay Championship. Boy, howdy, are they shilling this? They must have not sold that many because they were $500 a fucking pop, my guy.
Right.
Now, is it interesting? Sorry, this is just throwing me on a tangent. That they're going to give LA Knight a Green Bay Packers championship, and there's another guy who was really good on the mic that had a good run until some shit fucked it up from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr.
I don't even think anyone's going to connect that.
Fair enough.
But Jimmy's here.
My initial question, is it weird that Moxley's the one calling for safety protocols in AEW because of his recent concussion?
Again, yeah, Nick's going to take a pause for the cause, folks. I will get into that. Jimmy's on the couch running amok as usual, pissing Roman off. Roman's not in the mood for Jimmy tonight. But folks, make sure you get in this chat. If you're watching right now, don't be shy. What is on your wrestling mind? What are you thinking about? Oh, he's telling Jimmy to finish this tonight. No solo at all. Make the match. Yeah. Okay. Roman gives us a yeah. There we go, folks. Tonight, Jimmy will take on LA Knight. As Jimmy's still showing signs of discomfort. Jimmy's got oh, see money. Mr. Kennedy gimmick was very cool. Yeah, no, Mr. Kennedy was awesome. His WWE career was a little unfortunate, unfortunately. Horrible match, 100% botch cover. The old man in the crowd. Crowd hand reaction said it all. I don't know what botch. Maybe I missed it, but the ending of it was I was completely fine with is how they set it up. I thought Santos did a good job of, kind of having a little burst of energy on his own. But yeah, I mean, they're going to build up Logan versus Ray. If Ray's at ringside, Logan jumps him, then the two guys are there to go after Logan. It creates more of an interference. This way, it's out of sight, out of mind. Again, the baby faces generally don't send extra bodies to the ring, and it prevents the whole segment from being grossly overbooked. What's up? We are Pro Wrestling. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, I mean, I thought the match was okay. It served its purpose. Was it a barn burner that I'll remember a week from now? Probably not, but I didn't think it was terrible. I wasn't dying for it to end or anything. Bum, bum, bum. What else we got here in the chat? Did you notice Ronda Rousey made a yes? Big news in the wrestling world. She teamed up with Marina Shafir last night. Where was she? Let me pull it up real quick. I know where she was. Where was it? Where was it? She was. Yeah, Ronda Rousey returns to the ring at Lucha Vavoom event. Tags with Marina Shafir taking on Taya Valkyrie and Brian Kendrick. So yeah, apparently she's not quite done with wrestling. Could you see Tony Khan throwing money at Ronda Rousey to get her back in the ring? I mean, if anybody rubbed people the wrong way backstage, Ronda might not be your first choice, but we'll see. Jimmy hasn't been good since his return. Yeah, I don't really understand what Jimmy's been doing. Like, I mean, has he been bad? No, I think he's great with the mic. I think he handles himself well. He's trying to be kind of goofy and over the top, where it kind of feels like, is he really kind of with the bloodline? Does he just not care anymore? I will admit, I don't love how we got here. Jimmy started all the problems, and then we, circle back to oh, I forget it. I'm back, right? I'm with the group. Now, I have no idea why there's no solo tonight. What you think about the AEW ratings this week? Bash 8. We are on a commercial break, so I will touch on this real quick. I said this to Nick earlier this week. Again, I will point out the ratings aren't the be all and end all. But again, I believe that the people that have brought the ratings conversation to the forefront are also the people complaining about the ratings. Listen, AEW lost the ratings battle. If for those who don't know, I believe it was 787 to 740 ish. If anybody out there wants to fact check that and give me the exact number, I'm all ears. But yeah, I mean, and again, Jericho's comments about it's like bringing in Tom Brady. Well, Jericho, you are supposed to be the AEW Tom Brady. You are supposed to be that guy that is such a big draw, such a big superstar that you can get a show over. So stop bitching and complaining. Now, what are you going to tell me? The fact that it was Halloween Havoc night 1 and Becky Lynch was good enough for NXT to beat AEW? That's a rough show. But we got Logan Paul in the back. Well, Logan Paul letting everybody know my fist is as big as that man's head. Kevin Owens. Oh my Lord. Uh-oh, the douchebags are buffing KO. That segment was fucking gold. Jimmy and Roman. Context, my guy. Which federation? What up? Got that one. Jamie Noble. KO letting A-Town and Waller know I could beat you both. Oh, he knocked them both down. The old Three Stooges out of nowhere punch. And down goes the douchebag click. A segment was gold. And Dragon Lee. So action, quick. The cadence to the show. It's moving. Love it or hate what you're getting, it's moving. Jimmy said, I'm on the injured reserve list. Roman said, what? Jimmy said, I'm off the injured reserve list. Well, I mean, again, like, wait a minute. Cedric Alexander, again, rumored that this match was going to happen. Cedric with new gear, new look. So Dragon Lee and Cedric. Okay. What do you think, folks? What do you think? It's my pleasure to take you to the limit. Just one more time. Anyway, Jimmy said, yeah, no. Again, like I haven't quite figured out what Jimmy is or what Jimmy's doing with all this. It feels like he's just kind of over the whole situation. But here comes Shotzi. Feel like every time I go to answer a question, more shit happens. As we're gonna go to commercial break, and I'll get to answer some of these. Gold, Lucha Vavoom, yeah, Lucha Vavoom. But yeah, I don't see many people, including the VPs, being able to kick Ronda's ass. Well, that's part of the problem when the stories start coming out that Ronda made everybody fearful for their lives. Well, that's a whole new situation. So we got a clip of Shotzi in the back thanking Aldis and being interrupted by Chelsea and Piper. Back. Guess who's back? Tavon, what do you got for us? It's no contest that Dominic is the most over heel in WWE, but who do you think is the most over babyface? I feel like it's between Seth and Knight. Yeah, I think LA Knight has firmly taken that away. I think every time he comes out, there's a huge pop. He's interactive with the crowd. I think he's got more over than Cody. I think he's more over than Seth. I mean, Seth right now is kind of, he's over. People love him, love what he does. They like their sing-along. But LA's got the crowd eating out of the palm of his hands right now. And Dom is the biggest heel in the company. I know people like to talk about how much those piped-in boos are a thing. But listen, I can't help but like what Dominic's got going on for him right now. Him with the Judgment Day has been fire. So, yeah, we got Shotzi taking on Chelsea Green. Up next, break number 3, Ronda Roo. Ronda Rousey. Sounds good, Ronda Rousey in another wrestling organization. Very interesting. Very interesting, because I think, what could she be a tag team with Shafir moving forward and get them some TV time on Dynamite? I mean, he is looking for a way to up the interest, up the eyes. I don't know if Ronda's the answer, but I think people will tune in to figure out what the fuck's going on for the first little bit. Solo most likely will come out when Cena comes out to talk about their match. Possibly Victor. Usually, like, he's in the back though. Like, usually we get a visual of him. So if they're saving him, they're saving him. I can't believe Jimmy is doing his own bother. Think you left out an R, but yeah. Ronda Rousey took on Brian Pillman and Taya Valkyrie. Imagine if AEW signed those two. Oh, wait, they already did, and Kendrick didn't last one day. Kendrick set the record for being fired, for those who don't know. Like, he was let go, signed, and let go within 24 hours. It's an absolute record. Kevin did it. Kevin. Could be Kevin. Kevin. Trick or treat. What's up, Ronnie? My lucha name is Dragon Ass. They call me Godzilla. Some drag. Never mind. I'm letting it go. Let Miz manage Theory and Waller. I'm okay with that, JV. Works. Adds to the whole douche element. Takes him out of the ring. They get some, actual wins. They're not just henchmen, but they're more of a tag team with his influence. I'm okay with it. I really am. I found it very interesting on Monday. Miz did point out that Nick Aldis likes me more than Adam Pearce does. So are they hinting at that type of movement? So we'll see. It's double punch. There you go. Kevin Owens knocks out Waller and A-Town. Now that was epic. KO knocking out both douchebags down in one shot. Serves them right. Hey, F around and find out, right? That's all it is there. Dragon Lee is going to fail on the main roster. That's my prediction. Well, aren't you just full of optimism? Listen, they like him. I do think there's some legs to the idea that Triple H is creating some type of cruiserweight division. Maybe he's not going to title it that, but you look at Dragon Lee, you look at you still got Pete Dunne hanging around. Cedric's not gone. He didn't release Cedric. He released Shelton. Well, not him, but the company. I think there's more and more smaller guys coming up through the ranks, and I think we're going to see more and more presence of that. Can Dragon Lee work? I think he can. I mean, we're always on the lookout for the next Rey Mysterio. Is he it? I don't know. We'll find out. Cedric. Well, I didn't recognize Cedric, right? He looked like Kofi Kingston circa 98. This is going to be a hell of a match, though. As we're getting it kicked off, Shotzi in the ring, waiting for Chelsea. Jimmy, what happened? Well, he was on the injury. He was on the injured list or injury reserve, and now he's not. We're good to go. He will be taking on LA Knight. So we'll see how that plays out tonight. It doesn't look good for Jimmy if I'm betting. Dragon Lee for the win. Cedric versus Dragon Lee are going to tear it down tonight. If they give them a solid chunk of time and say go, they should have a fucking banger. I can imagine TK crying in the corner, screaming, Uncle, Uncle at Ronda. Remember, she doesn't have to make physical contact, JV. She just has to look imposing. What'd you say to me, Tony? But the match is ding ding. I will take everyone's prediction. Who do you got? Chelsea Green or Shotzi Blackheart? 1-on-1. Ronda Rousey wrestled Brian Kendrick and Taya Valkyrie and teamed up with Marina Shafir to do it. Time for vitamins. There you go. Vitamin break. Dom with the belt made him. I disagree, Steve. I think he is making the belt. He's making the most of it. I think it's the other way around. He was made before he even got near that belt. Way before. Turning heel on his father is what made him, 100%. And actually, if we want to be real, Boston, and I agree with you, but to a greater degree, Rhea Ripley, too many R's, my guy. Rhea Ripley made Dominic. Whatever reason, once Rhea started picking on him and like carrying him out and carrying him around by his belt, and that's what got him over. That's what switched everything. But then ultimately the turn, yes. Chelsea in control of Shotzi right now as we get a replay. Nice Russian leg sweep from the second rope. So again, we talk about highlighting the women. Tuesday night was like 80% of the NXT show was female presence. So again, another solid match kicking off here for the WWE in the women's division. I am really liking the show tonight. Great promos and storyline building to make me actually care about the outcome of the matches tonight. and an eclectic range of wrestlers so far. James, I agree with you. I like the pace of on Fridays. We know it's only 2 hours, and it goes fast. Like, I mean, everything how things are happening are nice. Like, you go from one thing to the next to the next. You know, even trying to answer questions in the chat. Yeah, you keep saying like, "Oh, something else happened. Oh, something else happened." So I give him credit. I'm enjoying SmackDown so far. So far, so good. Always. We don't. Yeah, we don't even. Yeah, wait for it. The start, but Dom looked since he won the belt. Nah, I think Dom put the belt over Steve. I think it's the other way around. I really do. And that's fine if you disagree. But I think that Dom is in such heel mode. And you look at the ratings, they spike when he's there. I mean, this week coming, Halloween Havoc 2, we'll see it. And I really do think that Dom has done more for the belt than the belt is done for Dom. Just my humble estimation. Missile drop kick by Chelsea. Looking good. Miss Cardona in control. He had this heel heat before the belt, Steve. Yeah, so you're just echoing kind of what I said. Oh, and Shotzi with the roll-up. Chelsea loses again. So Chelsea gets caught showing off and gets burned. See, Piper's getting mad at Chelsea for being a
Speaking of showing off and getting burned.
What's up, my guy?
Oh, I was about to start breaking into Dommy's mom has got it going.
Sorry,
on.
I saved that for Nick. Nick Wayne's mom, one of the depends on how you look at
that's
it.
fine.
Well, one of the most horrendous segments.
She's the girl all the bad guys want.
Yeah. Do you think Dom made the belt or the belt made Dom?
Like,
do you feel like him winning the belt put him over, or was he over when he got there?
Column A, column B. Which came first, the fucking chicken or the egg?
No, I think the egg was clucking hard on this one, bud. No, I think Boston and I were kind of on a similar page of
why are you clucking chickens together? Exactly. I don't want to know about that.
We are in another commercial break, folks.
Seth Rollins versus JD McDonough on
Welcome back.
Monday Night Raw. Yes, sorry, hi.
Most likely Solo will appear when Cena comes out to talk up their match.
A trick or street fight between Natalya and Chelsea Green in who can dress the I want to say a word, but it starts with S and ends with odious.
I still don't understand why Waller got called up before Mello and Breaker because of what he was doing, Steve. Again, not everybody gets called up in the same order, right? And the fact that Mello was running a championship stream, Breaker was trying to find himself. Remember, Breaker wasn't always as solid as he is now.
It's like any it's like any sports team. If you're looking for a first baseman, you have a really great second baseman in the minor leagues and a center fielder. Maybe you let them wait. You still let them develop. If you really need a first baseman, you call up the first baseman.
Yeah,
that type of shit. He called up for his slot.
Yeah, and I mean, again, he fits into that mid card, maybe a tag title. Like him in theory, they win the tag titles. I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to be like Gurr as the heels won, but I'm not going to be mad about it from a booking standpoint.
Right. Ooh. Oh, who's clucking chickens?
Dragon Lee's a hell of a lot better than Sin Cara, so he's got that going for him.
Not if you ask Tony Khan, because Mystico, not the fact that they were slashing ticket prices.
Oh my god.
That's what moved the ticket sales, not the fact that they were buy one, get one, or anything like that.
Yeah. Boston says only reason why is because there is no place for him, KJ. He'll be lost. I think he's extremely talented and they can create the right situation for him. Then he will be fine. No, but what I think, Nick, is like you see Cedric challenging him tonight. We've talked about like more and more. Sorry, what?
I just asked if that match happened.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen, yes.
No, I heard it talked about. I didn't have it. I didn't see it announced, so I was like, "Oh, okay."
Cedric walked out and interrupted Dragon Lee's interview, and he's got a new look, a new vibe. I feel like Triple H likes the cruiserweights, and we've seen a lot of them on NXT and in a WWE being utilized.
That's your mid-card division. Excuse me.
Where's
I got the words out.
Right. Where's Apollo Crews?
I was asking myself the same thing today.
Hanging out with Odyssey Jones.
I've been around the world and now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Apollo Crews. I think he was drafted, but it never came to be.
Ticket prices are so low, they're insane.
Insane.
Almost like the owner. Gabriel, what did I miss? The rewind button, because you can always go back and rewatch this.
Wasn't Chelsea Green Alicia Silverstone's stunt double in a movie, Clueless? Looks like she's still in character from that flick, LOL. There's no way that's a true fact, though.
No, that was, what's her name? I'm so fancy. You already know. Like, well, no, because I was just saying that because they did the whole music video.
Okay.
Like Clueless.
Izzy.
Yeah. I come from a land down
on who you want in the series? I don't want anybody in the series. Fuck them both.
Seriously. I don't get, just make it quick. Just make it quick.
Get it over with. I said the Phillies are gonna win.
Sorry. Yeah, the last beacon of hope that I gave a fuck about was the Phillies with Bryce Harper.
True. TK would fear for his life if he had signed Rhonda and she has a bad day at work.
I thought you were just going to say if another human being stood beside him. If anyone showed any sort of aggression or assertiveness around him, he just fears for his life. I've got John Cena coming out right now. He's in the ring. Are we getting the match tonight? Or are we getting it just announced for
I don't believe it's officially, like, they've never acknowledged it to the audience. So, yeah, I think this is that moment. I think.
Apollo took his Odyssey. Yes.
Chicago Blackhawks with a big win tonight. Sorry, on a side note.
No, you're good. That was me last night of
Bills.
Let's go Buffalo.
Oh, they showed up and showed out.
We needed it.
No shit.
Josh Allen just out there fucking slanging it.
Right. There's two things interesting on the women's Fatal 4 match and Ortiz and Santana on Rampage. Well, is it a Fatal 4?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I still think it's a shame. Here you have a chance. You know, here's a good example, and I know Cena's about to talk, but you get Santana Ortiz with true history, with true, life to their story, and it's buried on Rampage.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I think it was Small Mark, who I haven't seen in the chat, who was out there asking in our Discord, which go and click all the links. We got all the links for everything. But was out there asking, like, if you were trying to get somebody into AEW who had never watched AEW before, what matches would you show them? It's so weird that so many of their really good matches are just like tucked away on like a random fucking Dynamite or a Rampage and shit. It's just like, this really does feel WCW. Like, go and watch fucking Goldberg versus Hogan on Nitro and tell me that isn't the fucking one of the greatest promotions in pro wrestling at the time. But it's on a goddamn Nitro. It's not on a pay-per-view. It's not on anything.
A little strange, and it definitely is a tough one. I'd like to see light heavyweight championships in WWE. I'd like to see it done proper, though. Do it proper.
Well, we had the cruiserweight.
They never did it well.
205. We've had all the minors.
Yeah, I just feel like Vince never got it. He never understood what it was supposed to be.
The only company I will say currently to date that has gotten it out, Impact's kind of with the X Division. Granted, Samoa Joe has been the champ and everything, but it's the junior division in New Japan, because it was a big moment from Ospreay moving from the juniors division to the heavyweight division, etc. Like, that's been a thing.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong at all. And listen, I think if you bring them in, and if you have guys like Dragon Lee and Cedric and Noam Dar and Nathan Frazier and Axiom and Swami, whoever, I think you have a good opportunity to run that division and just let them loose on that middle section of fucking Raw that sucks every week. That should be the cruiserweight window.
Give them an hour. Just an hour of your cruiserweight division, your women's tag division, all of that, your fuck it division.
Yeah, I mean, fill it with just good, like, just give us matches for like in that chunk of just solid, like, all right, let's go. That second hour of Raw needs help.
Right. Jeff Taker is the GOAT. What? Steven, what up? Positive note about Rampage. Glad to see Abaddon back. Absolutely. 100%. She's like goddamn Jason Voorhees, only shows up once a fucking year. Or Michael Myers, depending on your favorite slasher.
Listen, I might be treading a little close to sensitivity with this one, but I find it funny, and I thought about this today. Abaddon gets dropped in at Halloween, the way Sunny Kiss got dropped in February, the way other people get dropped in, depending on what they are or who they are. You only see them then, and that's what this feels like.
100% of even I saw her on the A show and everything like that. I mean, of Shelly Martinez, who was out there with Kevin Vampire Dude, Kevin Thorne, and that they really were prominent around Halloween. It's the same thing. Even you go to Impact, you look at Rosemary. For the longest time, that Rosemary, Crazy Steve, all the Monsters Ball shit was around October season. That's why we've got Luna and Anthony covering the Monsters Balls. Pause. Triple pause on that. But yeah, it's they only know how to handle certain spooky shit at certain spooky times.
What if she wins? Would it not be crazy shit? She just shows up and wins.
I'd lose my shit. I'm a big fan of her.
Yeah.
She's wasted there. Her, Shotzi, Scarlett, just give me a whole spooky women's faction.
There you go.
Fucking Alba Fire, Isla Dawn. We can just have spooky tag division. We got to get the curse off of this tag title. So,
by the way, the fans gave John Cena a "You Still Got It" chant. He's doing his usual, never give up. Oh, I do it for you. Fluffy weight. The fluffy weight champion of the world.
That's the fluffy. But John Cena does exactly what Cody does. He just manages to make it seem not as, campaigny.
Yeah. What time does NWA pay-per-view start? It goes live at 8 p.m., the same time as Collision. We are going live at 7:45 tomorrow. We will have both shows up on screen between Collision and Sam Hain.
EC3 versus Tom Latimer for the NWA title. I will say this early. I want Tom Latimer to win. I am a big fan of him. I have been a fan of him since he was James Storm's friend in Impact.
He's a vet, dude. He's been around for a hot minute. I mean,
he worked really well in that spooky kind of shit. I liked him the same way I like Sean O'Hare. As we've got Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman in the house. I don't know.
I popped you. I don't give a fuck.
Gabriel Iglesias.
That's exactly what I thought.
100%.
You can smell it, huh?
This promo going way too long just means you don't like it.
No, I'd say it's gone long. I was gonna say that was my polite way earlier of saying it's gone long. It's just not been bad long like the Jay White MJF promos. This has gone long. This has overstayed its welcome.
Yeah, it's typical Cena, right? Like, you're gonna get this. Now the fans in the building are happy, they're all standing and cheering. Yeah, a bit much, but it's Cena-esque.
Is it interesting though that at the top of the, as I just realized that at the top of the 9 o'clock hour, we have Cena out there of like, thank you, Milwaukee, get your ass in the fucking seats. He's out there, we on Sunday.
100%.
That's John Cena's role right now,
right? They ain't dumb. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's amazing how if you actually plot this shit out, how it tends to work pretty well. If you put a plan behind it, tends to work out.
Isla Nublar.
Dun, 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 dun,
I kind of thought they booked the tag team champions over here that we might get to see Isla and Alba.
You gotta get a plane, and you gotta see John Hammond, and you gotta see a man about a horse and all that shit if you want to go see Isla Nublar.
Right. I called it a Cena not wrestling, but we getting a 20-minute promo.
No one super expected him to wrestle though.
No, they're saving him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna wrestle solo in Saudi Arabia as he shakes Paul's hand.
Is it interesting that they just kind of WWE? I've heard it allegedly assumes that they just have Cena until the SAG strike is over, like that he's just however long they decide to protest. That's however long we got Cena. If they reach a deal, guess what? We got to button this shit up pretty fast.
Yeah, let's go. And again, I mean, if they don't, or again, if he goes off and does a couple movies, there's always an opening, and he doesn't have to come back and wrestle all the like. That's the beauty of WWE, and that's what really surprised me when Will Ospreay was talking about it. Nick, is Ospreay said, I have put a lot of bumps and bruises on my body. Who's going to pay me a lot of money to maybe not take as many? Well, that's the AJ Styles special, bro.
Yeah, the Karen shortcut.
Yeah.
No, fuck you, Joe. Someone get slammed to a table yet, KJ and Nick. No, we had the adverse. We had a table slammed into someone.
We got a table. No, Jimmy.
Yeah, but before that, we got a table slammed into someone.
It's true. He ate the table, and then Jimmy got put through a table.
For every positive reaction, there's an equal and opposite negative reaction.
Right. They're really talking too long with the Cena and Heyman.
Heyman says Cena is the greatest of all time and even announces this is coming from me. They'll boo me out of the building, but they'll laugh with you. They'll cry with you.
Mm-hmm. This is a bit long for my taste. And again,
but guess what? He's talking about fucking storytelling.
I mean, yeah,
we talked about earlier.
I just wish maybe he could have cut Cena off a little sooner.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being picky, and if I'm gonna listen, I gave AEW shit for the segment that wouldn't end on Wednesday. I gotta give this one shit a little.
You could have cut minutes off of Cena's promo and had Heyman come out earlier, and it would have still been the same effect.
Yeah, it's Cena.
Seriously, Heyman. The man just has to exist, and it is a walking promo.
Mm-hmm. Why is it always gotta be going to see a man about a horse? Change things up and go see a horse about a man.
Yeah, well, you can lead a horse to water, but can you lead a man by a horse to water?
They're just beating the dead horse at this point.
And I ran rode through the desert where the horse was no name.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy, Daniel. Vance, yes, Jimmy got the table.
Look, I'm mad you out-referenced me there. I genuinely am. I was like, this man came up with one way too quick, and like by the time you cut away, I was like, fuck, I ain't got nothing that quick.
Dude, I was surprised we had that many.
Genuinely mad.
I was surprised that we had that many horse references, to be honest. But hey,
you say hey, I say nay.
There we go. They don't stop.
Right, just like Aubrey Edwards. Just don't stop.
I was gonna say it. I let it go. But
I'll say it. I'm fucking.
The crowd is whatting Paul Heyman.
The What Nation is taking back over.
Oh, they're booing him.
What did he say?
It's Paul Heyman from In Living Color. Jeff, you came to the right
place. Heyman. You black boy, you're Rastafari.
A 2-1 special. Love it. Did you see the KO?
Pause the fuck on that.
Hey, happy Friday, Vance. Cheers.
You do you, boo-boo.
Did you see
Sorry,
KO?
I completely cut you off. You were saying, did you see
KO knock out both the douchebags in one punch?
No, I did not. Maybe because I might have been a douchebag. I don't know.
Solo!
Solo, Camarato.
Oh, there it is. Victor, I think, called this that we didn't see Solo because out of sight, out of mind. And here he is. Booyah! It is kind of cool, right? I mean,
this is their Bill. This is their Umaga. This is their Bill fucking Goldberg. This is their Rhino. This is their. He just shows. This is their task. He just shows up and smashes people.
And Cena fought Umaga, so this is kind of what's all around goes around.
Yeah, just Cena had way more hair then.
Yeah, but Solo landing the thumb. Down goes John.
Plus. I can hear myself a little bit.
I didn't make it up.
Oh,
I would take a long Paul and Cena promo any day. Those two are Mike Goats. T-Von, you're not wrong.
Yes, but if you're gonna say that, then I don't want to hear people bitching about this, that, and the third on the other ends and everything.
Yeah, like I said, I think it went a little bit. Again, I think for me, it's like been there, done that with Cena. Paul Heyman we could spend 2 hours with Paul Heyman on screen. I won't complain.
I could read a fucking 24-hour audio book. Like I'll just listen to a Paul Heyman podcast.
We're back to LA.
The Bloodline needs to start worrying about who they're pissing off.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear myself through you.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Daniel just got to meet Centaur. Oh. Going back.
Sorry. No, what did you click?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I would take a Logan Paul and
that
one. Got that out here saying this is ridiculous. I don't think so.
Oh, look at that.
Cena now has a crop circle in his hair.
All right, Dragon Lee's new entrance is pretty all right.
We gotta throw water on him like the fucking aliens from Signs.
Are they gonna do the freeze frame though?
Are they gonna do it, or am I vitamin enough that I'm gonna?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't handle it.
And they didn't do it.
No,
that's the question. That's be a member to find out if that's what happens. Are you interested? Are you surprised that he went straight from pretty much NXT to SmackDown, too, of all places?
No, not surprised. I think SmackDown made sense because of some of the people there, and he was originally pulled in by the LeWo, so I'm okay with that. I was surprised to hear that part of his contract that he was not going to spend more than a year in NXT regardless.
Really? I did not see that. I did not see that.
Yeah, so that's apparently the rumor. I can't confirm it factual or not, but I had seen it from a couple reliable sources that he knew that he was going to spend 12 months or less in NXT, that, you know, he was signing. That was part of the way to get him out of, remember Tony wanted him and was all upset, right?
Oh,
so right. Negotiations.
Yeah, no, that's not bad, because did you see Dragon Lee with a big, long NXT title reign, or did you see him more moving up to It sucks because he moves up to like a mid-card spot, but is a main event NXT spot equal to a mid-card main roster spot?
Yeah, and again, I think it's what you said earlier about, you know, you need a first baseman, you get a first baseman. Not everybody in your developmental is a blue chip prospect. Not everybody's a Braun Breaker. You got to groom mid-level guys. You got to groom.
I mean, Dragon's a bit of he's got some 5-star talent, I'd say.
Oh, absolutely. And again, I think the workhorse and like a guy that you book with a Ricochet or a Cedric and you get a 5-star match out of the guy, perfect. But will he ever be the face of the company? Maybe not. But then again, we said that about Ray and he pulled it off. So we'll see what happens to Dragon.
Fair enough. Dragon, got the Dragon. Oh, see. Again, anybody that's a nerd gets that, and I apologize. Yeah, this man got none of that. Hey guys, what happened to Cross and Odyssey Jones? Justin, Cross is just still doing the peep show behind the curtains on everybody.
He's trying.
And Odyssey Jones is lost in the abyss, straight out of the mist.
Oh shit. I think he might be right. Was Jones released?
No,
Jones wasn't part of the budget cuts?
not to my knowledge.
I don't know. I can't remember now. There were so many.
Fuck, now you're gonna make me look this
Right?
up.
I didn't think so, but I mean, again.
All right, you talk to the people as while I look this up.
Yeah. Cross is still there. Jones was released. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Joyce. I couldn't remember.
Was he
Remember they drafted
released or did the gravitational pull let him go? Just asking for a friend. Neil deGrasse Tyson asked me to ask that question.
Here we go, talking baseball again. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know.
What?
Who's on third? No, what's on second?
Yaz on third. What?
Paul White was at OVW last week to promote. Yeah, he showed up. That was pretty cool. BOGO tickets for Dynamite. You actually shared this with me.
Well, and
the Yum Center, by the way.
Some people have a certain reaction to this, and I've had certain people have another reaction to it. So I'll ask you, and I'll ask the audience: how do you feel that AW is out there peddling theoretically, to use an insider term, papering tickets of literally you buy one, you get one? So cool. So this is like a fucking McDouble at McDonald's. I buy one, I get one free here. But we're doing this with tickets.
Yeah, no, it blows my mind, to be 100% honest, Nick. And a lot of times when we talk about, you know, these
Odyssey signed, by the way. Sorry,
still signed
with WWE.
Okay. When we talk about comparing the two companies and is one actually competing with the other and things like that, to me indicate that not quite, not quite.
They are just on different levels. This is little brother thing, and he can still take down Big Brother, and Big Brother's like, I would just fucking squash you.
Yes, absolutely.
Spoken like a Big Brother. This is 100% of literally try me, motherfucker.
Okay, but yeah, no, I mean 100% exactly what this is. So again, I mean, it just shows. And I never knock anybody's hustle.
Career package for Cedric.
They're gonna. I'm telling you, we're gonna get some Cedric.
Yeah, but no, I don't. Does this not have the vibe of maybe he's wrapping up?
No.
Yeah, we're doing this. Like, but right, but so why are you doing this if he's gonna still keep moving forward?
Because you want to remind everybody.
Get a push. Like, you don't need to do this to get a push.
I think it's reminding everybody who he is. I think it's great.
I think he's Swerve from Temu.
What?
From Wish.com for those of
you can't put respect on Cedric. Come on now.
I respect Cedric.
Come on.
I mean, Shelton's been released. His tag team partner's been released and is probably agenting this match.
Right? Maybe. Oh,
Big Swole's been released from AEW. You think that this man's going to go to AEW or some shit like that? Or no, sorry. You thought he was going to get actually pushed.
No, I don't know how much they're going to, but they're highlighting him and giving us a reason to give a fuck about Cedric Alexander. New look, new gear. Maybe he is going to get, and again, we get matches.
This match is for us to give a fuck about Dragon Lee. This is matches respectfully, as much as I like Cedric. This match is not to give a fuck about Cedric.
Oh, Cedric's going to lose, by the way, if you guys want to get your prediction in.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that they kind of just gave us a little reminder of who the fuck this man is. He's not nobody, former 205 champion. Blah blah blah.
But did that not feel a little bit like when you are with me, I'm free?
Well, no, not in this. By the way, the Yum Center is a ridiculous name for anything.
Wait, what the fuck? I don't know where that came from at all. Oh, no, I was about to hear to just say, like, by the way, I love that. I guess I have to go with the Texas Rangers in the World Series because they've been publicly out there about blaring Creed in the locker rooms. I guess I'm Creed's biggest fan officially, just because we do what we do.
Right. Rollins, especially now with Triple H in charge of creative. I don't know what the question was, so I'll just go with it.
I don't know the question or the answer.
Maybe it's just me, but I don't see the strong appeal in Dragon Lee. I think he's new. Give him time.
Lucha. Yeah. That's the appeal. Lucha.
Mm-hmm. Like, again, it's that, again, I think everyone kind of gets caught up sometimes like, oh, he won't be champion, but not everybody on the show is destined to be champion. You need support guys that are going to give you good mid-card stuff. Dragon Lee will do that.
And even then, to go what comes around is all around. Much like how you were championing for LA Knight. If he just wins it out of the fucking blue in Saudi Arabia, of all places,
Who?
if LA Knight wins the world championship, like you were saying about like, right? But that's what I'm saying of guys that you don't expect anything out of, but then they just do holy shit, and you're like, oh, okay, all right.
Look, if you would have told me back in the day that Rey Mysterio was going to have multiple title runs and it matter and make sense, and
Rey Mysterio versus Batista was a believable match.
Yeah, but I would have told you back then. Oh no, like I mean, I think.
No, I'm saying I'm amazed that it was.
Yeah, I think October 26th is the anniversary of the classic Halloween Havoc match between Rey and Eddie, the purple suit. We all remember fondly. Yeah, Rey and Eddie. But yeah, so I mean, Rey. I mean, Dragon Lee can do it, and people say it all the time. Oh well, so and so is never going to be a champ, but we don't know. We don't know how people click or figure things out. And sometimes people we think are going to be champs never become champs.
Facts. Side note, are you interested in the Thanksgiving horror movie that I just got advertised?
I don't know if I know I don't know if I've seen the advertisement. Thanksgiving horror movie.
You have it. Well, it'd be Canadian Thanksgiving. I mean, instead of a turkey.
Yeah, it's too late. Right?
Right.
Says Elliot was released. It was Elliot who got fired. Okay. So a couple people disagreeing. Odyssey Jones was not released, so we're not sure.
When you said Elliot, I thought Ezekiel Elliott. I was like, yeah, he got released by the Cowboys and then signed with the Patriots. I'm in football mode.
Right. I don't care is the shortstop. Thank you, Curtis. I was like,
no, that's Derek Jeter.
Also, I don't care.
No, fuck you.
Fuck Jeter.
Can I just say,
I'm glad Mark Wahlberg shot him in the leg.
Expos games. I'm a Vladimir Guerrero fan, and I kind of like his kid just because I like his dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're eerily similar. Like his dad and his kids. Like, yeah,
dingers, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking home run derby.
Khan's going to have another fit when the buy one get one tickets doesn't go as planned. He snaps and screams, "Come on, show me! Come on our shows!" And I'm going to the club. Baby seal. I'm gonna club a baby seal. I just heard that totally. We went.
Show me the money.
Yeah, like. Well, listen. I think he's really gonna freak out when Endeavor says, "Like, you know what? Let's just offer Shad Khan money for this bullshit."
My whole thing with this is like, you would be fine if you just accepted the lane you're in. Like, just work smaller venues. Don't go to fucking a monthly pay-per-view schedule. Mm-hmm. Still stay in your fucking lane. Build, fucking develop. Everybody wants to say, they've only been 3 years old. Right. So guess what? Fucking develop it instead of acting like you can take on, the top dog.
Yeah. Now we got some clarification. Quincy Elliott got released, which I do know that.
So CJ got released.
Did not. There we go.
So CJ has been released from NXT.
Yes.
Respectfully, I love you.
This one's for you.
Well, that depends, Nick. Is AW papering tickets or are they scalping them?
They're scalping. They're scalping their own shit.
No, papering would be it more.
Yeah. They're scalping.
Buy one, get one. No, scalping's
it's just
you get Griff Garrison out there with a trench coat just offering you 2-for-1 fucking tickets and shit.
Fucking knocking it off or whatever the fuck. Get him out there. Get the selling tickets. But again, I said like Survivor Series expanded their audience by almost 3,000 people, and AEW struggling to get 3,000 people. It's ironic.
Right, but if you say that the Coupe de Gracie on the middle rope, the Alberto Del Rio stomp.
I hate it, dude.
Yeah, it's such a self-assisted.
Let go of the rope.
Yeah, but it's amazing to me that WWE is literally having to dumb down their set of like, all right, cool. So we don't have the big stage and everything like that, so we can fit more people in the arena. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, AEW's like, oh, what are you talking about? We had so many people here. You just took it from one sort of fucking angle. You just took it while everyone's on a pee break. Like,
right,
motherfucker. Like,
hype up Cedric. So when Dragon wins, it will be a greater win.
You can't do it in a match.
Yeah, just remind people who he is. That's all.
Yeah. So it's a more valid win. I'll give you that.
But it's a good match. That's what I love even more.
But that's why I would have liked to still see Cedric and Shelton, even if they were a tag team, they were indifferent of that. Let's not act like they don't have a shallow pool of tag teams. You can have a random tag team that pops up and just jobs.
Yeah, but Selena Del Sol.
You said that like you had way too much tequila.
I love it's been there. Big win. Let's go. Triple H introduce Cruiserweight champion again. I think so.
No.
I think so.
It's all about the weight and how you weigh it.
Yeah, I think. But he's got so many guys that he likes to use that are little.
Yeah, it's almost like they had this whole fucking show built around this.
Yeah, and you can't hold him accountable for what Vince did. You can't. He's going to do it his way.
You can't accuse him and completely opposed to it.
I don't blame him for 205 at all.
Think he had no say
in 205? I don't think so. Not a whole lot. Really?
Yeah, he couldn't weigh
way back then.
He couldn't weigh anything.
Before
he couldn't voice an opinion.
Before the controversy,
it took to the point where TKO was trying to force Vince to sell shares.
You mean like when he took over NXT
to have some halos? You had no marbles. Now you're gonna say something.
What happened to 2.0? What happened to 2.0? Exact same thing. Triple H had no say what it was.
He was on cardiac bed rest.
Exactly, cut him out.
Right. So did he have a fucking convulsion or something like that during fucking 205 Live? Like,
what makes you think he had a hand in 205? Whatever even indicated it way back then, going back 4 or 5 years.
But you're saying that now he's going to be able to have this big
because he's now head of creative, so he can't book it better than Vince did. If he was to bring it back, he couldn't do it better. He made NXT better. Why can't he do that with the cruiserweights?
So we're going to bring back 205 Live?
I didn't say that. I said bring back a cruiserweight division. Put them on the middle of Monday Night Raw. It would be beautiful if we had more cruiserweight action-packed wrestling, like the match we just got. I didn't say bring back 205. Not at all.
With the women's tag belts, the women's division.
What does that have to do with
this? Title still, if it exists.
What does that have to do with this?
As in, so we're gonna add another.
Why? I didn't make that argument.
I'm just talking about cruiserweight. I won't lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck right now. I'm fucking reaching at fucking life right now. Of just you look like you might keep me afloat. Respectfully, I would give you credit on that. Like, I'm admitting defeat.
I'm just asking. But yeah,
and I'm admitting it.
We're getting a replay of Bianca and.
Who she's going to be back tonight?
Well, she's fighting. She's going for the match at Saudi. Saudi is stacking up. She will take on Io.
That's when it's so weird that you're having the statement of, well, we're not going to add Brock Lesnar because we feel it has enough spectacle.
Yeah.
You know what else rhymes with spectacle? Testicle.
You didn't have to tell us. We knew.
I'm going to tell you.
Anyway. Thank you, Bob.
Bro, she's looking like a fucking.
I suddenly want to play
a fucking Twister game.
I suddenly want to play Twister.
I was gonna say right hand chest, left hand chest.
This isn't the first time they've done a pump up package for a guy they're trying to repackage. Amen, brother. I agree.
Yeah, but to go back to the baseball references and everything like that, I guess you would, I don't know, fully with hockey. Like, can you reinvent someone's fucking shot? Can you reinvent someone's swing? Or is it just you got to adapt and work with what you got with them? Like, if a guy's swinging on a fastball or whatever.
He's swinging all right. Swing
Yeah. I don't. I'm swinging away on this one, but
I think
you
they repackage
reconstruct
wrestlers all the
somebody
time. Yeah.
just based on what you've got, like the blueprint you've got with them, or is it you got to work within the talents you're presented?
I think that I'm not quite sure what the answer to that is. I think you take in somebody like Cedric who has talent, and if you feel like they've been underutilized or there's more there that you haven't tapped into, repackaging is something that commonly happens. So I think that's perfectly expected.
Fair enough. As I'm in a Mountain Dew commercial right now, so I think on commercial break number 5.
Did you listen to Puddle of Mud during your break? She fucking hates me. That's not. Wait, is that them? Yeah.
Yes, that is.
At a
Get
moment,
out of my
okay.
head, motherfuckers! Like you don't know me. You don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
He big Chem fan.
You're about to get me in trouble because I'm gonna mention my wife is a really big Chem fan. Like I for her birthday present last year got her all the Chem albums on vinyl.
When I was just a young Nick, my father.
Bro, you have no idea. You're about to get my ass in trouble. But yeah, 100%. Yes, I'll at least say I'm a Chem fan. I'll say that. 205 Live could have been hype as we're in commercial break number 5. As KJ's taking commercial or pause for the cause number 2. Been hype, and they had Neville. Yes, they did have Pac. Enzo. Yeah, they had Buddy, Kalisto. They had Tony Nese. Trust me, I'm not fully knocking 205 Live of that it was terrible or whatever. I just don't think that WWE can do it. Like they just won't. Like they're the land of the giants. They've been called that for the longest time, and I know there's a new commander in chief in charge, but still at the same time, that mindset does pertain a little bit. That's why AW exists, because it has those revenues to where you have fantastic matches. It doesn't have the story, it doesn't have the pomp and circumstance, it doesn't have anywhere near the production or anything like that. And granted, sometimes very much to its detriment, but it will put your dream matches together. And sometimes even your nightmare matches together. As I'm going to wipe my glasses real quick. And I don't want to say that because I can't read the chat without them. Pterodactyl. Larry, are you just testing my vocabulary? That's funny. Nick's out here doing like Edge. You think you know me? Yes, absolutely. You think you know me? KJ, we popped everybody, I guess. I don't know what happened. I stand corrected. Break number 5. Well, there you go. So we're halfway through the line. Oh, well, we only got... Now, Curtis, I will ask you, was your line for just SmackDown or was it for tonight? That I need to know. Because if it was for just SmackDown, I'm doing pretty good. If it was for tonight, I'm fucked. Finley and the Devil's Mask. I'm still very curious about this whole idea. I've seen people pitch it's actually CM Punk. I've seen people pitch it's MJF. I've seen people pitch it's Adam Cole. I've seen people pitch it's David Finley. I think they honestly don't fucking know. And they're really just kicking it down down the fucking curb as much as they can till they can find something that works. And respectfully, Bianca out here just all of the glittery, all of the shiny out here and everything. She's out here with ruby ass lipstick, like it's fucking Dorothy's ruby slippers, and all of the rhinestones on this leotard here. Pause. Brian Kendrick was 205 Live. Yeah, and he's also the same human being that has been hired and fired by both companies pretty much within the same day. As I am trying to adjust my pop filter just for the sake of it. Brian Kendrick was 205 Live. Got that. Soul has been the only exception. Oh, what did you say, Gilly? NXT being better is still on the fence for me. I don't know how. I don't know why it would still be on the fence with you. Arguably, NXT, honestly, at this point, is one of the best shows of the week. When it comes to watching pro wrestling, better than I've said it at times that it's better than watching Monday episodes of Raw. We've watched episodes of SmackDown, etc. Solo. Man, this is the hell out here. If Tony puts his entire roster in the stands, it would look like a salad every week. Fair enough. Very valid. Very valid. They used to have a cruiserweight belt that was just on the show. They don't need 205 Live. Oh, so you're going with like the Kidman, cruiserweight title. They can do cruiserweights and give them a platform without shoving another show down their throats. Very true. Very true. But so then I could see that being more of a SmackDown thing of if you're going to have Roman be as much as a, I guess, distant champion or distant world champion and everything, you could have another division fit better on SmackDown and, the U.S. title, that's what it is. The U.S. title on Monday Night Raw really kind of, or on Friday Night SmackDown really kind of takes over your division or your show, or the women's title does. You have a lot more room to do something with another title. Granted, it would work better with Monday Night Raw because you've got 3 hours versus 2, but
There. Hello.
Hi.
Hello,
Thank
everybody.
You. Bye.
Bye. Yes. Oh, wait. He didn't go. There he goes. All right. Nick's going to take a pause for the cause. We got Bella on screen. We rolling. She's on screen right now, Charles. What do you think about TK having no plans to have the Young Bucks versus Ricky Starks, Big Bill for the AEW World Tag titles and FTR getting the rematch at Full Gear? Listen, I'm a little surprised. Like, all we've really got out of the Young Bucks lately has been trio stuff, right? So, again, they talk about being one of the best tag teams in a generation. I'm really surprised they don't get utilized more. If they're such a big draw, if they're so important to the company, where are they? Like, I mean, being in matches with the Dark Order doesn't move the needle. Being in the matches with, some thrown together trios team doesn't move the needle. Where are they? They are MIA. They don't seem to be on the battlefield with Tony and Kenny and Jericho. Listen, I got a lot of criticisms for Jericho, but he bleeds AEW. He stands up for them. He's there. He shows up. They book him. Whether I like it or not, he's a part of the war. Where are the Bucks? Where are they? What impact are they making to this show? What was the last time you were like, I can't wait for this Bucks match? When was the last time that happened? NXT, in my opinion, is the show on WWE. Raw is basically unwatchable anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't say unwatchable. I enjoyed Raw this week in particular. NXT's been solid. It's consistent. And yeah, there's some stuff in there that I don't love. It gets a little bit kiddie or a little bit Saved by the Bell-ish at times. But again, younger crowd, younger vibe, fine. But as far as if you are a fan of good wrestling matches and you don't watch NXT, you're missing out. What you say, you do. So good for you. But I mean, yeah, Raw, that 3 hours can be an absolute mission. That's a tough 3 hours some weeks. And again, like where I said, if you include something like a cruiserweight division, or you highlight that second hour. I find a lot of weeks that second hour is a bit of a throwaway. You use the first hour to kind of build up the main event. We get a couple decent things in the first hour. Second hour tends to fall off. A lot of promos, a lot of time wasting, a lot of fluff. And then the third hour, we get into wrapping some shit up. So that's the biggest issue with Raw, as always. I know a lot of people bellyache about the 3 hours. Again, as people who cover all the wrestling, 2 hours is a nice pocket. Like tonight, we're heading into the main event. Up next, we get Jimmy taking on LA Knight, and it went fast. A quick 2 hours in and out. Raw rarely feels like tonight flew by. That's something they got to work on. That's something I think Triple H has acknowledged. I think he wants to build depth, and we're seeing it. That's funny. I think the devil is someone not even signed yet. Going to be Danielson's former project. Mustafa Ali is the masked man. He's been a mystery fella already, Dave. I don't know how well it went. It would be really odd. I think I'd be really surprised, and I'd be a little disappointed if it didn't somehow tie into everything else that's happening. If it was Mustafa Ali, I think a lot of people should be disappointed. I'd be disappointed. Going to be a triple threat. Bucks versus FTR versus Starks, and Big Bill at Full Gear. Is that what it's going to be, Chambers? That'll be very interesting. I mean, is that the way to get the belts back on the Bucks without having FTR do the job? Intriguing. They're in catering. I think it has to be Raw, like KJ and I have talked about. The 3 hours needs to be handled correctly, and adding the cruiserweight division helps tremendously. Remember, I mean, that's an Eric Bischoff move where he'd start the top of the hour with an Eddie Mysterio match, or a Jericho Alex Wright might be a bad example, but WWE is going to Germany, by the way. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think you bring that excitement, you bring that pace, you bring, Dragon Lee and Cedric was a decent match tonight. It wasn't boring. If you're sitting there going, "Oh, this is boring," I don't know what you want, because I mean, it was go. Dragon Lee gets a big win. I love his finisher. But yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks in the house. Fear the deer. But yeah, I think you could, if you had more women's presence in that middle hour on Raw, and if you had more cruiserweight presence in that middle hour of Raw, it would work very well, Boston. I'm with you. Right? If you're getting kind of bored in that lull of that second hour, and then all of a sudden, here we go, high octane wrestling for a couple matches, might perk you up a little. I'd have Starks and Bill defend against both FTR and the Young Bucks at Full Gear as an elimination three-way tag, with Starks and Bill eliminating both. Interesting. I'm still surprised that Starks and Bill have the title. I mean, I felt like Starks was on his way to being a solo talent, and he was getting a real strong singles push. Big Bill as his bodyguard, his diesel type, worked very well. Now they're tag champs, so we'll see what happens. But here comes LA Knight. Another huge pop. Yeah. The crowd's into it, folks. Can't deny it. Over under is just for WWE programming, Raw, NXT, SmackDown. Deal. Yeah, what commercial break are we on? Because I think we're going to get one more with about 15 minutes to go. Catering. Yeah, no kidding. No longer shall it be called Cruiserweight Championship. It shall be called the Gilbertweight title. I'm down. Let's go. I second that. Where are they? Yeah, it's a good question. This would never happen, but as a fan, would you ever want to see AEW versus WWE in an event? Yeah, I mean, would it be cool? Yeah, I think all of us always, like, if you go back to the old days, you wanted to see WCW take on, WWE. Unfortunately, the nature of the business, and we saw it when Impact and AEW were playing around together a little bit. How do you come to the conclusion of who goes over and who goes under, right? But yeah, I mean, in an amazing world, yeah, it would be really cool to see some crossover matchups. LA Knight, MJF, the Usos versus the Bucks or FTR. Yeah, there's a lot of matchups that would be fun, but unfortunately, they'd be very tough because the WWE isn't taking an L on that particular night, and I don't think Tony's signing up to take a whole bunch. They should get James Ellsworth Invitational every. Let's do it. Dun dun dun. The Harvey Whippleman Cup. What about the Enzo Amore Bowl? That's a whole different situation, though. The Gilbert Cup. I'm in. If they could pull off a Cornette appearance on Wednesday, I'd run Starks and Bill versus FTR on Wednesday with Cornette betraying FTR for Starks and Bill. You're more likely to get a WWE versus AEW pay-per-view than Cornette. Cornette's not showing up. It wouldn't last long if he did. Dun, dun, dun. Break number 6. Okay. So I'm going to be it's way under tonight. Jeez. Teddy Long enters this chat. This match is now a 6 Gilbert tag team match. Holla, holla, holla. LA and Jimmy talking the whole time. Hola. What's up, Larry? Project. Ryback is the guy behind the mask. Oh, yeah. Know how I know it's not Ryback? Because Jay White didn't get dropped on his head nowhere near the rolling case. That's how we know it's not Ryback. And he wasn't huffing air just trying to lift the man up. I watch NXT, SmackDown, and Raw. All right. Ryback never leaves catering. Ryback never leaves his house. Ryback is not interesting. I have no desire to see. I've been highly on the record. We've challenged Ryback to come on the channel and talk with us. I have no interest. What the hell was that? Oh, it looked like it was going to be a roll-up. He turned into a backbreaker. Tell Belair to get back to the end. Bonkers. All right. I like turtles. By the way, did anybody make a prediction on this match? What is Lesnar up to right now? He is hunting moose and elk and deer in Saskatchewan. That's what he's doing. He's hanging out up in my neck of the woods here in Canada, and he's hunting. Bill is Starks Diesel when you think about it. HBK and Diesel are tag team champs in 1994. Not a bad show, Jeff. Not at all. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I was surprised that they got the belts. Is it terrible? No, I'm such a big fan of Starks, and I think Big Bill is underrated. And I know Big Bill's talked a lot about the issues he went through, and it's commendable because I think if he didn't have the issues he had, I think Big Bill could have done a lot more by now in his career. So I'm okay with the team, but yeah, I mean, I thought Ricky was going to get a little more of a rub solo, but it doesn't mean he can't. If he loses that full gear and then turns and pivots, I'm okay with that too. You wouldn't draw flies with Ryback. I mean, he's probably drawing flies on his own, period. But yeah, no, I don't see it, Charles. Ryback's a joke. Ryback lost a lot of weight. If it's him, okay. This is the most we talked about Ryback in a long time. I love camp. I love lamp. There we go. What if they made a tag team in NWA of 2 jacked bald guys by the name of Ryback and Goldberg? NWA doesn't have the money to talk Ryback and Goldberg into showing up, and that's just the way it is. That's, yeah. I mean, Ryback might get the call just because, but his ticket value is much less. But yeah, Goldberg isn't getting off the couch for the money that NWA could offer. And again, could you imagine those 2 train wrecks on the same team? Let's be real. You're asking for trouble against Lesnar. Breaking news. They found the shooter in the woods. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, Glad they got him. Now we're back to Turtles. Why Terrence? He lives in Canada and he's riding moose. Seems like something he'd do when bored. Yeah, absolutely. Pray he never finds out what you said. No, I'm not even joking. That's what he's doing. He takes hunting season off. He'll be back. Right now he's hunting. That's a hilarious, Terrence. That is legit. He has tons and tons of land in Saskatchewan. And him and Sable just hang out and mind their own business and shoot moose. Speaking of moose.
Speaking of shooting moose, but
What?
I don't know. But yeah, no, 100%. I respect Brock Lesnar with that aspect and everything. It's the opening, day of muzzleloader season and everything like that. But there was something you mentioned earlier. Oh, I think it was around the Ryback thing.
Come on back.
Hi.
What you got?
I don't know. I forgot where I was going.
KJ, what if the double guy is Jack Perry? Wouldn't fucking shock me. That's what.
That's bad. That's really, really bad.
Because then what happens? Jungle Boy versus MJF? Ooh.
Oh, he's a big bad heel right there.
There you go.
I'm back from commercial. I've got Jimmy right now kissing up to the crowd here.
Dave, that is fucking hilarious. My brain just automatically corrected it. But yeah, Ryberg and Goldback. There you go. There you go. If it was Jack Perry, it would blow my mind. It would be so nonsensical. And again, the idea that what do you think about like the mask guy being a new signing, like a Mustafa Ali or something?
Fuck no.
Right? Like why?
That's a funny thought. That'd be really great, but I
don't think it'd be really great.
No, they think it'd be really great. They think it'd be really great. Well, now I'm just stuck on like Gemini when you're talking about the two Bald brothers as a Goldberg and Ryback as a fucking tag team.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. Mm.
Oh,
Corey, it's called booking. Rhea was way more in-ring talent than China. Miles, and microphone talent.
Yeah, it's like how LeBron's better than Michael Jordan.
You can have that.
Evolution is
you can have that.
Let's just talk about that.
Right. Some are saying Rhea is better than China until Rhea can step in the ring and have a match with a man and win the IC title. When then we can have that conversation.
Yeah, until she can beat me in an arm wrestling contest. I don't believe she can beat up anybody. You fucking idiot. Sorry.
What people think. Yeah, thank you, Jobson. It's 100% facts. But yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, you got to remember, if you talk to Jeff Jarrett or Chris Jericho, China was not a good worker. Rhea Ripley is a phenomenal worker. And you can't punish her because she's in a generation or in a company that doesn't quite do it the way they used to do it.
I've said it this way before, and this is the reverse of my argument with Masha being much higher on the women's 250. Of Rhea is one of the best pro wrestlers doing it right now. Not men, not women, not anything. One of the best pro wrestlers doing it.
Right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. And yeah, listen, I'm not taking by saying Rhea is better than China doesn't take anything away from China. China set the stage for women like Rhea Ripley. Now we got a whole show full of, big beefy women.
Right. Just like I will go back to it of just like how LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan set the stage for a motherfucker like LeBron James to just come out there and be
I still think Jordan's a little animal.
That's just me. You have that.
Ryback versus KJ 30-minute Broadway. That might not last 30 minutes.
I got you for 3 minutes. Let's go 30. Let's not act like Ryback isn't Bonesaws ready.
Yeah, no shit. I can turtle with the best of them. Let's go. KJ, what if got that one?
Lesnar hunting for a big feat.
Yeah.
He's like, I can only have the big feet.
Marco Stunt, just kidding. What? Oh, in the mask. Yeah, no.
No,
Hilarious.
that might have been the first one because let's be honest, though, it's at least changed from who was in the mask initially to who it is now.
What's that? Sorry, the last part?
Who was in the mask initially is not who was in the mask now.
Oh, but I think that's just, again, whoever.
Right, and I just said that initially because everybody's like, oh, he's got a ponytail, oh, he's smaller frame, well, it's got to be this person. I was like, that's
matter.
Just fucking throwing it out there.
It could be Tony Schiavone in the mask. It doesn't matter right now. It's until the reveal. And you're smarter to not use the actual person. Jimmy rolling out, by the way. We haven't talked much about it. LA bouncing his head off the table.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Jimmy, 4 little. Maybe -5. What? Larry Blue Chew was invented by Wilt? What?
LA up, down.
Nick, I agree with the year she said I think Masha should have been higher on the list.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. That was a backwards ass way to say that, but fair enough.
No, I mean, we love Masha, and we've watched her so much on this channel.
Masha.
Right? We've watched her evolution. We've watched her win titles. She's excellent. And her and listen, if the WWE could sign MK Ultra, they'd be smart to do so.
Give me MK Ultra versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn and
Absolutely.
Just shut up and take my money.
This is awesome.
Ric Flair is the guy in the mask. Yeah, he's going back to the Black Scorpion.
Do it.
No, because he's not like.
It's going to be Ric Flair versus Sting in a cage match at Revolution.
Bro, what? Stop putting that evil out there because you're going to say it enough and some shit's like that's going to happen.
If Sting Revolution, there you go. I didn't even say it. There you go. Yikes. Absolutely.
No.
Logan Paul is not going to work out in WWE. Mark my words. I'm curious in what context you mean that. So far, so good, I would argue.
Can I just say he already has?
Valid.
Where's the fault?
Yeah. Oh.
Just asking.
LA knocking Uso off the rope. Now we're going off for the superplex. Not today.
Right. Ooh. Oh, LA Knight just hops straight up to the top rope for a superplex.
Nice spot. We've seen him botch that before. He nailed it tonight.
Well, that is a hard spot. I mean, Christ, it's a fucking box jump.
Especially when you're 235 pounds. Like, fuck.
Respectfully. I'm a big boy. I ain't doing that.
Blunt force trauma, and it's over, folks.
So LA Knight picks up the 1, 2, 3.
True. Larry Blue Chew was invented by Wilt. Wilt would say, I didn't need that shit.
I scored 100 points without Blue Chew. Fuck is you talking about?
Imagine if he had Blue Chew. The fuck.
That's an extra dribble. He just bounces off that and just. Could you alley-oop that shit to yourself that way in a dunk contest?
Yeah, no kidding. LA Knight, big win here at the end of Smackdown.
It's right. What? I forgot entirely. That was the end as Roman comes out here and misses.
Yeah, but
one force trauma, Roman. I like this though because this is how you get LA because we've talked about it. Yep. You said it. LA Knight's not winning this match.
No, but he's going to take a whooping next week.
It is a fucking Hail Mary. But if he nails this, be amazing. But it still gets him set up because you could have this, and then what if you have something in between Royal Rumble and a WrestleMania? You have a Survivor Series. You have Roman involved. The dirt sheets are wrong. And you get LA Knight versus Roman Reigns 2 Electric Boogaloo. Right. You're blowing the doors off.
Uh-huh. What if the Gorillas of Destiny are the masks that attack Jay White?
No.
I don't know how we'd get there. I hope not.
So we moved past David Finlay, who is in Bullet Club, to Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga, and Tongaloa, who are former Bullet Club, founding Bullet Club. So we're just going. If you're a New Japan talent, I guess you can be involved. I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, folks, that is the end of SmackDown. We got AEW Rampage coming up next. We are not going anywhere. So let us know what your rating out of 10 is for SmackDown tonight. And we're going to keep rolling through with your coverage all the way through all the action on Rampage now.
Right. No, stop digging enough. As I was getting an advertisement for the Flames versus Edmonton. Batman. Batman. I'm Batman.
I am Batman.
7.5 out of 10, 6.75. Way too small to be God. Oh, Rose of Destiny. Okay. The Celtics are winning 114 to 111. I don't care if you don't care. I'm telling you anyways. Well, that's good, Boston, because I was about to say, I don't give a shit. You can have that.
It's true. It's damn true.
5.5, 8 out of 10. How do you feel? How do you feel?
Tonight was a good show. Didn't blow my doors off.
We're starting off, by the way, on Rampage with Santana versus Ortiz. Just again, we're gonna put the fucking cart before the horse. We're not gonna give you a video package to go to this blood feud. We're just gonna start it off on a fucking random Friday.
And no televised entrance. They were just ready to go when we opened.
They both got the jobber entrance.
Who do you pick if they both get the jobber entrance?
Santana, played by Carlos Santana.
They're cutting hardcore promos for Santana. I think he's the favorite to win this one.
He's the bigger guy. He's got potential. Ortiz would fit more if they were going to do 205 live. And in case you were wondering, we're going to get the exciting words from Kip Sabian tonight because, they built that boy up.
Yeah. We'll take a moment to remind everybody we are just kicking off Rampage. We got Santana and Ortiz. We're back tomorrow for Collision and NWA Sam Hain. It's going to be a stacked night. They got a stacked card. Collision's giving us one of the biggest matches in AEW history. So I'm hoping for a big Saturday. Once again, be a friend, tell a friend, get out there, let everyone you know, if you're in a chat, a Reddit, I don't give a fuck where you are. If they're talking about wrestling, if you see someone walking down the street with a wrestling shirt on, flag them down, tell them about us.
Even if they don't, just go stand out in a balcony and just start yelling, wrestling for life, wrestling for life. Yeah, even NWA's out there taking pot shots at AEW, and they just signed a new TV deal. So what's the direction they're going in?
That's what I think I know the CW for. Is that not where Dawson's Creek was?
Well, I was going more Gilmore Girls, but I respect that. I get that.
Dude, I couldn't watch Gilmore Girls at all. I think the Thursday night crew was talking about the Gilmore Girls.
Dating in the U.S. around that time, of the Gilmore Girls.
Oh, man.
Just gonna happen. By the way, so fun fact, I can't listen to the 1,000 Miles from Vanessa Carlton from White Chicks without hearing the I'm gonna tell you.
Now we got both men fighting at the side. They got the ring apron up, trying to pull out some weapons, guys. 6 out of 10. I'm gonna go 7. I'll go 7.
Is it so weird to me, just randomly as a New Yorker, that we have two very much New York style wrestlers that like grew up in that scene and everything? Mm-hmm. Neither one of them wearing Timbs. LA Knight out here stomping a mud hole and walking it dry in some Timbs.
Oh, big moonsault on Ortiz. But yes, I hear you. Going back to the LA Knight conversation.
Yeah, sorry. So we got 7. A table set up on the outside here.
Oh, so did you get the moonsault?
Oh, yeah, I just got a trash bin face there on Ortiz.
So are you ahead of me? Yeah, I got the table being set up now, so you're slightly ahead.
Okay,
garbage can to the
when you got Santana grabbing Ortiz. It's about to throw him into the table.
Santana playing up to the crowd. I am Mike Santana.
Played by Carlos Santana.
All right, he's got him. Hooking him up. 7.5 says
all I can think of now is Chad Kroger.
Pause. Why?
Played by Carlos Santana.
That was a horrible looking spot.
Oh, powerbomb on the table. He caught none of the table and all of the floor.
Yo, yeah, that was short. He landed that short.
That was a day late and $1 short.
Where's Moxley with concussion protocol?
Yeah, fucking safety police. Wee woo, wee woo. Moxley's coming out with skewers in his head. I got you. I am the safety unicorn.
6 out of 10. Only good was the opening and the main event. I disagree, but okay.
Is that not what's
You're not that far off? No, but I thought the Cedric match was good. I thought the tag match was good. I thought the women's match was okay. What's that?
What do you give it?
I gave it a 7. So I'm not that far off, but I'm not that critical.
Right. Oh, suplex on the outside onto the bed of chairs. Yeah, I'll give it a 7. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Not super great, not super bad.
Yeah. A lot of build. We're heading into next week, and I give them credit. I feel like they did a good job building up some stuff. I mean, the Bianca Belair promo wasn't the best. Cena's might have been a bit long, but they're building to something. So I'm okay with it.
It's so weird, and I think this is why at times the argument can be valid from either point of WWE does really great at building you and getting you invested into the match, invested into the story. AEW is going to beat you over the head with some good matches.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have fuck and all when it comes to a story.
Yeah.
WWE might lack in match quality, but it does not lack in story quality. AEW lacks in story quality, but does not fully lack in match quality.
But I would argue they do lack in match quality. I think we get a lot of fucking stupid shit in matches.
Does the match quality become part of the fact that there's no story to it?
No, I think the actual matches that they deliver, like you get that Ring of Honor Trios match this week, it was fucking garbage. It's all over the place. There's no rules. The referee's useless. Like there's a lot of flaw. Like
so
a lot of
an AEW match.
What?
I just said so. It's an AEW match.
Well, that's what I mean. So I think a lot of people say, well, AEW is the wrestling show and WWE is a promo show. But I would argue, I mean, we recently got Gunther and Shorty G tear the place down a couple times on a Raw. We've had good women's matches. Like, I think WWE gets slagged because when they do put on the matches, they're decent. They just don't do it enough.
I'll argue Tony Khan has never deserved a Booker of the Year award. He's always just been Matchmaker of the Year. He'll make a great match. There's fucking all reasoning behind it, but he'll make it.
Yeah, he throws a lot of things together. AEW should build a program like Santana and Ortiz and do special matches like Mystico and Rocky on Rampage more. Do something to make it stand out more. It's obviously the third show, but give it stuff. I agree to an extent, but it's hard to care about Rampage at this point.
I was just going to say, though, with that 100% of even Santana Ortiz should have a build-up, should have a video package, should be on one of your pay-per-views special. You should build to it instead of, hey, by the way, it's on a fucking random Friday after everyone's watched 2 hours of SmackDown.
If this match was on Wednesday instead of the 6-man title match, I would have been a lot happier because this had a story to it. You know, the history between these guys, and they're on your main show. They're on Dynamite. They fill a segment. It's beautiful.
I'll counter with, if you put this on Saturday and you gave us half a day of fucking build for Kenny versus MJF, now you at least have 2 things that I'm paying attention to on your show, versus if you start off, like if they start off Collision with MJF versus Kenny Omega, what do you watch after that?
Sorry, huge cutter.
Oh, rolls them up. 1, 2 count.
But instead of getting a good match like this, we're getting Nick Wayne's mom. What the fuck?
Has got it going on. She's all Christian wants. He's waited for so long.
Pastor Jeff gives SmackDown an 8. Not bad. That's a solid mark. Okay.
You give it your blessing of an 8 of, nomina patre, file, spiritus sante.
Right. I want Knight to beat Roman, but I don't think Triple H is going to let us walk out of Crown Jewel.
Discus clothesline into a fucking snap side suplex.
There you go. 1, 2. Those.
Oh, I just got the pin now. 1, 2. Kick out.
Those are pretty even. I want Knight. Yeah, I don't think LA Knight's going to beat Roman again. I think that's what would make it spectacular if he did. It would be insane if he did. But go for it.
But it'd be amazing. It's one of those. It's a miracle fucking play that could happen. It'd be amazing if they did it, right. But it's not the logical play.
Like, hey, Roman, we know that you and Vince had this like plan to go to like Mania, but
Hunter just starts walking in and just goes, suck it.
Right. Any indie pay-per-views this weekend? NWA maybe? Yeah, NWA's got a big show tomorrow night.
You will be here for it.
We will be here for it. It's in a pretty extensive card. EC3 versus Tom Latimer, Kenzie Page taking on Ruthie J, Colby Carino, Joe Alonzo.
Wasn't he supposed to be in WWE?
Yeah. Silas Mason is going to take on Chris Adonis. Daisy Kill and Talis are going to take on JR Kratos and Odison. But yeah, lots of matches. I'm not going to read them all, but some really good matches, lots of titles on the line. And Billy's trying to do well for his company, especially signing. We joked earlier about signing the deal with CW, wanting to compete with AEW, wanting to compete with Impact. Billy's got to write some things, and yeah, let's see if he can do it. We haven't watched an NWA in a hot minute, my guy.
There's a reason. There's a reason for that. There's a reason.
Oh my God. I think these guys are trying to break each other.
But hey, you know what? Be a great fucking match if it had some build. Mm-hmm. And I know it's got build, but if you put some fucking attention to it. I like this. Did you all notice that they called Nick Wayne's mom Nick Wayne's mom? Yeah, because she's got it going on. Does she have a name? We all know Trent's mom's name. That's not a good comparable because we shouldn't know Trent's mom's name. Because guess what? She shouldn't be fucking involved.
But it's funny, but I think if Corey's point is valid of like, we know Sue's name and that Nick Wayne's mom is being featured more than Sue and we don't know her name. It's insulting to continue to call the lady Nick Wayne's mom. MILF. Anyway.
I was going to say, that depends on your definition of insulting.
Her name is Stacy. That's not my name.
Fuck you. Now I gotta instantly go. My name is Stacy. That's not my name.
That's not my name.
Is it my name is AJ? That's not my name. That's not my name.
Christian should have got with Nick Wayne's mom in kayfabe. Yeah, why not? We've gone this far. Why not?
Yeah, but so what if he didn't shoot?
Oh no. Oh, sorry to interrupt. This makes me sad on so many levels right now. Sanjay Dutt is talking to Ortiz, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it to risk it.
About to say this makes me sad just seeing Sanjay Dutt.
Yeah, no. But the idea that Ortiz might join the gang? Calm the fuck on. Her name is Stacy.
No, it's just one of those of there's a reason I am very fine, even with MJF and all of that, very fine having a night off on Wednesday. Because I don't need to watch any more of this. Hey, can we admit the Satnam experiment has expired?
Yes. Jeff Jarrett has more matches in AEW in 2023 than a fucking plethora of talent.
And not a Conrad to be seen either, by the way.
Not a Conrad to be seen, except the sponsorship on Jeff Jarrett's trunk.
The fact that man was signed as a backstage role,
yeah,
and has now become has been more full time than anyone else on your fucking roster. is when you're an AW fan, how do you justify that?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're a gospel Bible beaten AW fan, how do you justify that?
Right. We're getting a pretty solid package about MJF and Kenny Omega. I wish it wasn't on Rampage the night before the match, but this is really good.
Hogan and Goldberg on Nitro in the Georgia Dome. Now I want to go back and watch that because that is still to this day one of my best matches or one of my favorite matches in WCW.
Yeah,
but it's amazing to me still that was not on a pay-per-view. That you didn't build anything around that just fucking happened.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm. Guys, Alberto El Patron, what happened to him? He was justifiably blackballed as far as I'm concerned. A lot of horrible. Google that shit, man. There's a lot.
You say blackballed, I say a-balled. allegedly.
Me casa su casa, my guy. Yeah, no, listen, the last time I saw Patron, he did an interview with a YouTuber, and the YouTuber like opened the show with like, "What a wonderful guy." I mean, to me, it's disgusting. And if you go read the stories, they're pretty fucking horrendous. And I don't think you'll ever see Alberto back in WWE.
I don't want to. And I was gonna say the last time I did a Patron, I ended up throwing it up and praying to the porcelain god. So I think that's very apropos.
Last time you had Patron, you Alberto.
Yeah. That's the fucking Patron I want to deal with before I ever want to deal with Alberto. What the hell kind of slam was that? What?
Painful. Painful's the answer, Paul. A lot of the moves tonight look painful between those two.
So Alberto got bald?
Yeah.
You could put it that way. You could. Big
this is
Nick
a long package.
Because that's what she said. It's because Jarrett is an ex-WWE guy. 45 plus means TK loves it.
Mm-hmm.
WCW. This is becoming fucking Sesame Street out here. All we're missing is Vince Russo and Dixie Carter.
Right. Larry, don't call me Shirley.
Even Bischoff's denouncing this shit. And that takes a lot.
That's funny. But yeah, no, and then again, they're still giving us this hype package, Kenny. This is exciting, man. Like this feels like a big match. And again, I do think it's a little unfortunate that it's amongst all the other shit going on. And if you're Jay White right now, who wants to be in the spotlight of the main event picture, don't you feel kind of secondary, Nick?
Yeah, I think you kind of have out the jump though. And I will
this isn't helping
on this though. At least there is fucking all really going on in wrestling. There's no SmackDown, there's no Monday Night Raw, there's no NXT to lose in the ratings too. So 100% I will be fucking lock, stock, and loaded and glued into this fucking match.
Yeah.
But it's still so interesting that it's on just a random Saturday. No super build. Like this isn't the video package you wear on Wednesday to build to the match on Saturday. You're building this the night before.
Oh, we got Jay White interrupting Kenny. Doesn't interruption get cut out of a pre-tape?
Yeah.
So Jay White and Kenny.
So Jay White's bringing up how he beat Kenny.
Yeah. Dave.
Has Jay White become the fetch of AEW? You're a little bit of like Tony. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not gonna fucking work. Like, stop trying to make Jay White cool. He's just not gonna be cool right now.
Yeah, but you know what? I think the sad part of that is I think he. Oh, now we got Callis.
I was gonna say the sad part of that is Don Fallis.
This to me is why this gets all messy. Now Callis is talking to MJF about joining the family. Like, do you see the messiness to this, Nick, that I keep complaining about on Wednesday?
Yes, because Don Callis looks like a fucking rotisserie hot dog at 7-Eleven with the fucking heat lamp.
It looks like Joey Chestnut would chase him down the fucking parking lot.
He looks like if Tiger King just lost his fucking mullet. but yeah, this is just so awkward. It's so overdone and so over convoluted.
It's scrambled fucking eggs.
I had 18 million witty comebacks just rush to the
The
front of
whole
my mind, and then none of them are like workplace appropriate. So I'm like, no.
I love this one from Dave to point out that Fountain of Wayne was the band. And as much as we sang it, we've never connected that dot of Fountain of Wayne, Nick Wayne's mom.
Oh no, I have. I just didn't.
I knew we just never
said
it.
Right. Like,
yeah.
I don't need to tell you everything I'm doing, do I?
I think he was just making a fun fact.
I know. I'm just
Nick's like, I knew that. I know it all.
Right. Did you know that? Now you know.
As far as I know, Alberto is not in prison. He avoided prison, and it always helps when one of the witnesses go missing.
Those represent the thoughts and opinions of one KJ White.
Yeah, no shit. Shayna Wayne has got it going on, apparently. Shayna.
I like this. Don Glizzy. Nick, a 7-Eleven rotisserie hot dog. Yes, 100%. This man is a fucking overcooked ballpark Frank. And that's even why he's got that crack on his fucking forehead, because that's when that shit fucking starts to crack open.
Dude, that's a whole lot of visuals. Eric Bischoff's here. Eric, we were just talking about you, my guy. What are the odds?
Let's turn 83 weeks into 84 weeks.
Let's go. And we were just saying that our buddy Eric has been critical of the same thing I'm seeing. Like, dude, we talked about it. Like, MJF, okay, so he's supposed to be in a heated battle with the Bullet Club and Jay White. Then you got all these other parts and pieces thrown in. Then you're like, okay, he's going to fight Kenny. All right, so now we're going to have Kenny. Jay White interrupts Kenny's promo. Callis, for no reason, interrupts MJF's promo. It's just this shit on, like, it's like literally trying to watch 3 movies at the same time.
Yeah, it's trying to play a video game, watch a movie, and listen to a podcast all at the same time. You just, no one knows what the fuck's going on.
Right.
By the way, I just halfway popped myself because I just realized in your background you basically have the Wrestling for Life fucking back syndrome fucking popping up.
I actually made this one for you, so I was you didn't
use
it.
Son of a bitch.
I thought it was kind of funny, but yeah,
fucking Rachel, where are
they? Today's episode of Sesame Street is brought to you by the letter WCW and by the words pause.
Yes. Now, can you use them in the form of a sentence?
Very solid package. That's
what she said.
Somebody had a funny comment about Callis.
Oh, I just like.
I think someone called Callis like a shave down. Well, someone said Big Bird, and I said, well, if you shave him down, shave down Big Bird.
Fair enough. I just like this. If hate is going to hate, or facts is going to be facts.
Oh, haters going to hate. There you go. Who's hating?
I am inevitable. You can run from it, hide from it.
Who's hating? What do we hate? Where's the hate?
Apparently, lizard people.
Lizard people. They hate everything.
Always going to have a cup of haters. But we are a Smack Talker, Skywalker. No. And we got a Mike Saber for a cup of haters.
You know what I love? You don't even have to actually give a statement. You just ask questions. Why is this happening? Does this make sense? Doesn't it feel like scrambled eggs? Like, we're just asking
questions. How you know when someone's full of shit. You just literally have to ask them, but so wait, what? And then they're just like, why would you do that? You're attacking me. It's like, no, I'm just trying to understand.
We got Statlander with the eyeliner twins.
Yeah, what the fuck? When did Willow just get a fucking black eye? Who farted on her pillow for Willow? And Scooby-Doo and the gang out here. Raggy.
Steve G giving a thumbs down to Stat. I like Stat. I just don't think she should be TBS champion.
Why are you dressed out here like the Mystery Machine? And why do you look like goddamn Indianapolis Jones is what I want to know.
Nick, I just heard the Jeopardy theme. Haters are indeed going to hate Gilly after.
I guess pause whatever you were listening to.
Right. Well, we got Kip, Penelope. Haters going to hate Gilly after munching on hater chips, hater tots. Wash it down with some haterade. They can't help themselves, I guess. There you go, Pastor.
This is like if Scarlett and Karrion Kross like crossbred with the maximum male models. Well, this man is just wearing sleeves. He has no top. He just has sleeves. How is that an outfit?
He just has sleeves. What is this, a school for ants?
Right. What is this, an outfit for ants? And you can't tell me old Penelope out there doesn't look like Scarlett, just with thicker lips. Pause.
Oh, did he just say, wait? Oh, okay. He said he was just shouting out to the Phillies fans. What, she's getting booed.
Yeah, because they're in melt. Who gives a fuck? Fucking emo Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade out here.
Emo Johnny.
So really? you mentioned My Chemical Romance before this.
We're right there.
When I was a young boy, Tony would push me into the city to win a match or two.
Penelope Ford challenging her inner Scarlet, looking smoking. I got no issue with
the mask. Smoking.
I think Penelope could be used more. I think she's actually decent in the ring and looks great. Do it.
Strike that. Reverse it. She looks great, and she is in the ring.
Oh, the Briscoe! I almost said Briscoe's out of habit.
Yeah,
he's back again. You bring him back on Rampage. Why is this man's not on Dynamite with me?
Because that's why I worry with the whole Bray thing. It's you're getting caught up in sentimental. And then when sentimental runs dry, which it will, respectfully, it will.
But he's good.
No, I'm right. I respect and I love Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
But he signed with AEW because of sympathy, because of capitalizing on what happened. And then and now what? This man was fucking around with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. Well, he was hot as hell when, again, he had a great, tragic story behind him. The fans wanted to cheer for him, and they just never got to. They ended up with Jeff Jarrett. Then he took some time off, but it's nice to see him back. I'd like to see him on Dynamite.
I'd like to see him. At least I'm glad we got there. At least I'd like to see him.
Yes. I'm happy to have him back. This promo sucks. It does suck.
Yeah. Mark Briscoe just dumped out a man that his entire outfit was just sleeves.
It's the British Tiger King, actually. You want to be specific.
I'm never gonna find it or never gonna pound recover from this. That sounded awkward as hell of trying to fit that in there. I know that was sloppier than a jalopy.
Someone call Carol Baskins quick.
Don't worry. Well, she's back there with fucking. She's either Renee or Anna Jay.
No.
We've got all of the Jericho King going on right now.
Dallas is talking to Hager. Anna Jay should be pushed as a solo as well. She can kind of wrestle, and she's got a phenomenal look.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like you could push her with fucking Jungle Jackass.
They should have done that.
Yeah. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Don't talk about it. Show us. Have her stand next to it.
Meanwhile, we've got fucking Tiger King out here of fucking Daddy Magic there. Coke out there with the fucking leopardest print suit jacket that I've ever seen.
Right. They're testing the new Judgment Day eyeliner. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's just Condoline.
There's like a flirtation happening between Diet Coke and Ruby.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Does she dress like a? Tell me more. Tell me more.
Uh-oh.
You know, that's what I always wanted to watch in my fucking pro wrestling in 2023 is Grease or fucking West Side Story. That's what I was really missing.
If you can work it in, man. If you can work it in.
Is fucking the greaser. Stay golden, pony boy. That's what I fucking need. That's what was missing.
In my heart. Stay golden. Stay golden, cool hand. Oh no, that's Angelo Parker.
Well, I guess I'll stay fluffy, Willow. Stay fluffy.
Where's Bunny been? Bunny gets dropped into like random rampages with Butcher and the Blade once in a while. Again, another lady that can actually wrestle, like partakes in a wrestling school, and they could utilize her.
Now, wrestle, I guess, is a subjunctive term in that sentence. So,
well, Bunny can wrestle. Like if you put her in, she can actually go.
Yeah, she can fight her way out of a fucking wet paper bag.
I think she can. I give her credit.
Yeah, she can do that. As far as wrestle, subject to perspective.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'd take Anna Jay over fucking hippity hoppity cloppity clop the fucking Bunny.
Yeah, I got to remember when she was in Impact, she was way better than the Bunny. So I think she's a talented lady. And again,
Anna Jay was in Impact.
Yeah, not Anna Jay, Bunny.
Oh,
Abaddon is in the house.
She was just Rosemary's sidekick.
Speaking of Rosemary's sidekick.
No, speaking of who they should use like fucking Rosemary on their television.
She gets, look, the first time we've seen her on AEW in 2 years.
She's the fucking Oogie Boogie of fucking AEW. She only shows up around Halloween. She's fucking Jack Skellington of the fucking women's division. Well, what have we here? Abaddon. Ooh, I'm pretty scared.
Right. Hey, remember, it's Mark Briscoe. Yeah, I'm happy to see him. I really am, though. Sky, not so blue.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Still rocking the same gear.
I'll give her a Scooby snack. I'll say that.
Look.
Do something strange for a Scooby
mystery wagon on the loose.
Mystery wagon. Yes.
Look, it's the Breakfast Club. Yes, it was.
Don't you forget about me.
You stop that, Keyshawn.
Don't. You want to see me rage quit this stream? Is that what you want?
Abaddon for the win. Oh, Alexis, that's a bold statement.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Bold strategy. I want it, but I'll take Sky Blue and the Mystery Boogaloo.
Oh, that was an odd elbow.
This is an odd match. Yeah.
Get over here.
No sell that shit.
Oh, okay. I mean, some people already know what happened in this, so I don't want to hear your shit. But yeah, I'm not even sure.
Sky Blue.
Like, who moves on to win? I know.
Hey, it's Doink.
Hey, it's Doink. No, wow, Bash.
I mean, a little bit. I'll take Sky Blue and the Mystery Boogaloo.
Wait. We got music.
What?
Oh, Timeless Tony Storm. Guess good. What?
For
life.
Right. How do you feel that Luther's like her fucking Daddy Warbucks to fucking Tony Storm right now?
Oh shit, it is.
Yeah, you just realized that.
It's good. Yeah, fucking hell. It's good
There's
to be
only two bald guys hired by the fucking company.
It's good to be friends with Jericho.
Jack is one and Luther's the other.
Hey, TBS giving us a Batman marathon. Go figure.
That's all they got in the catalog.
Yes, I'm with you, Steve G. Send Abaddon to Impact. She'll do well there.
Put her with Jessica Havoc and
Rosemary.
Well, I was almost gonna go with Courtney, whatever the fuck Courtney Rush.
Courtney
I
Rush.
was like, that's just. She looks like she'd be the background dancer in like a Pillman video now, or a Lexus King. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe you know what? You bring in Abaddon. Abaddon like threat like is against them at first, if nothing else, and gives us a reason to get Rosemary back. Maybe
do a fucking decay. They've done it before. With that's how we got Crazy Steve. That's how we got Abyss got back over. They've done it before. Right. Do it again. Spooky, scary skeletons shed shivers down your spine.
What in the Krusty the Clown? What the hell is that?
Oh, this is going out to this lovely Boston who won't let me stop.
He won't let me stop. That's the best. Abaddon and Rosemary. Yep.
Then again, I will say AW tends to end up with more of those that crush the crown of what the hell was that?
I'm confused. Is Storm in the match too? Bash? No, she's just hanging out. She's hanging out,
rolling through,
and she's got a director's like an old timey megaphone.
Yeah, that doesn't work so well when she's in the small video package. It looks a lot different than what they thought it was going to look like.
Right.
Do something strange for a little black and white change. Afro circus.
I struggle to say bad things about Toni Storm. I'm not going to lie, guys.
Don't worry, I'll fill in for that.
There you go.
I get it. I respect it. It doesn't work for me. I'm Randy Jackson with this. It doesn't work for me, dog.
I don't care what the gimmick, like just her in general is hard for me to criticize. So I haven't given up on her gimmick yet, and I'm still saying at least it's different. That's all I'm saying. I'm biased.
Yeah, AW's new motto, at least it's different.
At least we're doing something.
At least it's different.
I want TK
Yao Ming. What? Yeah.
Bring back Ken Shamrock. Oh, okay.
No.
You think CM Punk made people nervous? What you kidding me? Hello, Ken.
Are we gonna get the fucking tournament again? We're gonna get Ken Shamrock, Dan Severn, all that.
As a fan of AEW, I really struggle with all this old talent on this show. I really am. And I don't know how hardcore AEW fans justify it. I don't, because to me, you're not what you're supposed to be. You were supposed to be the alternative, young and hip. And yeah, sprinkle in a Jericho, a Danielson, a Moxley. But you got way too many.
Yeah, hipping and the hopping with the bipping and the bopping. Yeah, no. 100.
Fight.
Always, we've got Sky Blue and Abaddon.
Anybody want to know what the most interesting part of this match is?
Kiss.
The lady in black and white on the stage.
Facts. Did Willow just do like a hootie hoo and she just did a double drop kick?
Yep.
Yeah, it's so weird to me because it's when it comes to AW fans, and I'm not saying this as we watch both shows. I'm saying as like that's the only thing that they watch. That is their ride or die.
Pounce.
How do you move your belief around? How many field goal posts you have to move around to justify the fact that your average age on your weekly show is older than like WWE's shows combined? Like,
it's crazy. Oh, and a J flatliner. Yeah, no, it's a really crazy
We've
thing.
got Isla Dawn on one show, and we've got fucking Jurassic Park on the other one.
Those. I could fight Roman. Hey, Eric, I would happily see that fight. So let me know if it goes down. We'll be here to cover it.
Yeah, it would be the bell rings, he swings, fight over. Respectively.
Oh, Sky Blue tried to go for a move, but just rolled off that canyon.
Canyon arrow.
Somehow, as a fan of good wrestling, AEW keeps me here against my will. Fair enough.
It has that weird innate ability of you keep thinking it's gonna be good, and it just fucking doesn't.
But there is good in there, and I think that's what keeps us coming back, right? Is the like again, like there's certain shows that like you'll get a couple really good matches. I don't hate the match we're getting right now. I don't love it, but we get like we're gonna get MJF Kenny Omega. It's gonna be a good match. There's good shit here. You love MJF, like but it's all the just the little nuances, the learning that they're still doing, and the seemingly blinders as they're learning is
the diamond in the rough. Got to keep one step ahead of the dirt sheets.
Oh, Willow.
I like this from Smile Marks. Why Sky Blue look like a Nickelodeon advertisement? No, she's Scooby Doo.
Oh no way! No way! No way!
Oh,
no way! Tony Khan is funny as shit to me, man.
Are you ahead of me? What the fuck was that move? The ass DDT? I'm giving credit. Abaddon won with the ass DDT.
Abaddon is your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have thunk it? I haven't seen the lady in a couple years. Shows up and just beats 3 people we see all the time.
Well, she's like every slasher in a horror movie. You can't take them out.
So she will fight on Wednesday, I believe.
The day after Halloween, because we can't go on Halloween for Dynamite.
Abaddon with the win. Holy shit. And we got the Acclaimed.
National 69 Day.
And another person talking about MJF. Why
is it weird that they went from like the New Age Outlaws to like the New Age douchebags? Like it's a little bit one of those like, all right, we've kind of gotten the shtick, and you're not doing anything new.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean it's odd. And again, I think you got a trios division. Have them involved in the trios. I know they want to help MJF, but I don't know, bro. Again, it's just, to me, it's a part of the scrambly eggs we got going on.
Facts. As up next, we've got Kyle Fletcher versus Takeshita.
Okay. Tank Abbott.
3 count. Are we doing word association? Kimbo Slice. Again, are we doing word association?
Never coming back. Did Willow just do a Bigfoot, call it a toe drop?
No, because she's not sponsored by Jack Links.
Dude, weird. Acclaimed are just far too juvenile, trying too hard, way too hard.
Go working with some that. That's it. That's all you think of with juvenile.
One of the best ever. This gets her a title shot on Dynamite. So, anyone out there, I will take a serious answer. Gilly, I know I upset you.
You weren't serious.
With some of my questions. We haven't seen Abaddon. I love Abaddon. She can go in the ring. You can give me all the backstory. I know all about her. Think she's great. Big fan. But we haven't seen her in 2 years. She wins a #1 contenders match on Friday. She gets a title shot on Wednesday. And I know it's Halloween, but come on. What the fuck?
Is it bad? I'm trying to remember who's the actual AW right now. Loading. Helping. Loading. Helping.
Sheeta. Hickory Sticka.
That's
even worse.
Hickory.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Mesquite myself, personally, but I don't mind Hickory.
Nothing wrong with a little Hickory. They're merging.
I cheered for Sheeta when she won. Fuck.
They're merging the New Age Outlaws and Billy and Chuck. There we go.
They're evolving. They're moving in herds. They do move in herds. C Money with a valid point. Why was Tony Storm there? Weapons of mass abstraction.
Again, because it's funny. It's funny, Nick, where you said, well, who's the champion right now? So why not have Sheeta on commentary or Sheeta up on stage? But you got Tony on stage. Isn't that a little confusing?
Welcome to AEW, where the matches are made up and the wins don't matter.
Mm-hmm. She was scaring people with that face. At least now she's not as creepy.
Who?
Abaddon, I'm assuming.
She wasn't scary.
You make her scarier. I don't give a shit. We need some creepiness. Halloween's on Tuesday, brah. And yes, we'll be here live for Halloween Havoc Night 2. We're also here for Raw. Tomorrow, we're here for an NWA and Collision. It's going to be a huge night here on the channel. Then Sunday, we got Double Dose again, as Anthony and Luna will be here for some more Monsters Ball. I don't know how to say it any different. And Nick and I will be here for episode 2 of the Dirt Sheet Debate, where we'll take all the bullshit we talked about this week and try and wrap it up in a nice 35-minute package.
Right.
Not always possible.
Now, what you followed up Monsters Balls with package, so double pause.
We're on a theme here. But Tuesday, yeah, so it's funny. The day after Halloween, we're going to fucking have Abaddon fight for the title.
There's something strange in your wrestling hood. Who you going to call? For life.
What is this press conference?
Why does this look like it's held in Tony's fucking basement?
Did they had a media scrum for Claudio and OC? I think Claudio's gonna beat OC, bro.
I don't mind the whole view that they're starting to look like, or this again might be fans giving them more credit than they deserve, to where we're getting OC starting to turn into that Gollum of looking at that international title of this is my precious.
Maybe. Yeah, Kyle Fletcher is in the ring for the main event. We are almost there, folks. We're in the home stretch.
Wrapping it up in a nice 35-minute package, give or take 35 minutes.
I say, 35 minutes might be a reach, Daniel. But we hope for the best.
Takeshita jacket.
Takeshita's awesome.
Yeah, if he was booked better.
And Steve, I love when Steve just keeps reminding me, this is why, and he's right every time he says it. I'm like, why is Jared here? Survey says.
Right. The true answer is Vince Russo.
Hobbs and Callis are on commentary.
Why? Hobbs can't get a fucking chair. Hobbs has got to just sit there awkwardly looking like sweaty jack dude on the fucking side of the bed, just about to do something strange to Callis and Shivani and everything.
He's the muscle.
Now, who do you think are the bigger friends that Chris Jericho was mentioning that could take out Hobbs? Hey, we get Kevin Nash.
Could you shut the fuck up? Kevin Nash, I quit. Yeah, that's an interesting little tidbit that he said. I got big friends too.
Well, it's the big show.
Captain Insano.
Big show of Mark Henry. Big show of Mark Henry. Calling it now.
Mark Henry.
They're the only ones on the books.
Who's out there that's a big man? Who's like a free agent big man?
None, because one of them would have signed by now.
Well, I'm trying to think.
It's like trying to find a free agent running back in fucking football.
Maybe it's Rick Boogs. It's Boogs. It's Booger.
That fucking works too well, and that makes my brain hurt, because literally, if there's a man that's going to be like, yeah, that's just, if Guitar Hero was a human being, it is Rick Boogs.
Right. It's
the big slow.
Captain Insano shows no mercy. We'll see you on Wednesday. Hobbs gets an eye poke. It's over. Lance Archer. How do they sell
Jericho's just out there going, get her.
Match on Collision tomorrow night. Oh, okay, my bad.
Between?
I'm thinking is the women's match tomorrow night? Abaddon?
Oh,
they wouldn't let her on Dynamite. There you go. Okay, so we get it in before Halloween.
Fair enough.
Thumbs up for Takeshita's jacket. Oh,
that strawberry
oh.
fruit roll up of a thing.
What?
You were talking about Takeshi's jacket, and I said that strawberry fruit roll up looking thing.
It looked good. He looked sharp. Big power bomb or blue thunder bomb or whatever bomb you want to call it, but he got a 2 count. We're getting another commercial as we go into picture in picture.
As now we're getting a video package. We get a video package in picture, building up MJF versus Kenny Omega tomorrow night on Collision.
Yep.
By the way, that's the only thing they've fucking advertised that they really give a shit about on Collision.
No,
nothing else matters, which is valid, but still.
They've announced that, and it was Sheeta versus Who Knows. That's right. I remember that now because it's on.
Yeah, they've advertised it, but yeah, who's paying attention to that?
That's all you need, though. Dude. I would be perfectly happy if we got like an opening segment, maybe a promo from somebody, and then you get the Abaddon Sheeta match, and then the rest of the show is just fucking MJF and Kenny tearing it down. I don't care.
Give me video package, 15, 20 minutes of Sheeta, Abaddon, like you said, maybe you get a commercial, you get something, you get a promo segment, and then you get like a solid hour of MJF versus Kenny Omega, and just shut up and take my money because boy fucking howdy. Is it weird that has the potential to be match of the week on the lowest rated show of the week?
Well, I hope it's not that low rated, but at the end of the day, it's an interesting spot to be. With no build, no nothing else, you imagine what could it have been?
Right.
Long-term storytelling. I don't know why you're yelling at me. What don't you understand about that, KJ? Speaking about Abaddon. Abaddon has been long-term storytelling. Corey, I'm praying there's sarcasm in that text that I can't see.
You go post moving. What don't you understand about that, Corey?
This is the long-term storytelling version of a magazine. Like on page 1, she was there. On the last page, there she is again. Like,
right.
We haven't seen her. I need more. I need more. Long-term storytelling is not an issue of duration. It's actually of the tellings of the story.
Again, like we were talking about, it's amazing still how storytelling and everything has become the biggest talking point, it seems, lately in pro wrestling. Of like, it's just this weird taboo that no one can fucking figure out. It's a mystery code that no one understands. It's like, no, this is what this shit was founded on. This is what works. Do it.
Actually, Jericho renting Omos. Actually, reports were that the Great Khali is coming in to team with Jericho. Omos was too young.
If Chris Jericho could get any slower, the Great Khali being involved would be
it. Look fast.
Right. He's gonna look like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog next to the Great Khali. Gotta go fast.
Right. Boog. Or maybe it's Ryback. Ryback's big and Jericho's friend.
Bro.
And I hate Ryback.
Now that you said that, I hope to whatever deity is listening right now that it is Ryan Ryback Reeves that shows up, because you will feel my pain of every Jeff Jarrett segment, every time Eddie Kingston has been misused. If you have to sit there and watch Ryback in a fucking prominent match in AEW, hell will literally freeze over.
And Jericho's probably one of the people out there who's like, he's not so bad.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's what that would be.
Dude, Ryback versus Hobbs.
I'd like to have him have longer than like a 2-year career. I'd like to have Hobbs have a long career.
Yeah, right.
Versus all of a sudden cut short due to Ryan Reeves.
Right. Boog Richards is all elite and better than Richards Boogie, because that's a whole different
Boogie is all elite.
Nobody wants to be a Richard Boogie. Goldberg. Richard humbled Oldberg back in the day. No,
you're gonna have Goldberg versus Hobbs, and Big E is gonna lose his shit of like, I could have had that.
I love I would have done anything. I would have bit his face. Oh, I don't get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, but Goldberg did run away. That's one. As a WCW fan, I was really bummed out that Jericho. When I loved Jericho, that he didn't get that shot against Goldberg. He deserved
No,
it.
don't worry. He did it backstage. He fucking Ty-Domied Goldberg's.
Oh, big dive.
He just pulled the sweater over his head and just said, "Where you going, huh? Where you going?"
Kyle Fletcher to the top. Crossbody down. Jericho's partner will be some local enhancement talent cosplaying as one of Jericho's gimmick. No, I hope not.
Don Stevens will make an appearance as Chris Jericho's partner.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of big dudes like Hobbs, right? Like, is it Keith Lee?
Bro.
Bro.
On a side note, is there a tweet that has aged more like fucking spilt milk than if what I'm hearing about Gunther's true? I feel bad for the guy from Keith Lee. When the dude's fucking breaking records, we're about to have a pay-per-view in fucking Berlin. Like, this guy has WWE by the huevos. And you got Keith Lee, who has been used somehow worse in AEW than he was in WWE. Yeah, out there, still, it's on the record books of he was feeling bad for Gunther.
Oh, snap half and half. Sorry, Nick.
Snap apple? What? Crab apple? Snapple fact? What?
Right. Oh my God! Kyle Fletcher just got his head removed.
Oh, I do like this though. Omega got to answer Ospreay's match versus Speedball.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, but what if we had Ospreay versus Seth Rollins?
Listen, there's a lot. Like, the thing with Ospreay right now
could be a possibility.
There could be a lot of good matchups on either company for this guy. I really do believe that. I'm just worried about the booking, as always.
Right. Oh, big clothesline. Why did we just jump cut?
I don't know.
Oh, replay.
With as many people as they're both involved with right now, the odds are good that at the end of Omega and MJF match winds up at least 8 to 10 people doing run-ins on both of them. I don't think we're going to get a definitive answer from this match. I don't think we're going to get a straight-up win. I 100% agree with Daniel.
You know how you fuck up a good match? Do that. You fuck up a good match that, regardless of where you built it, you've at least built it. The wrestling world is at least talking about it. You're going to get a spike in Collision. Even if it's not throughout the whole show, do you look at your quarter hour? It'll probably be the hardest quarter hour of that weekend.
Oh, shit.
Dude.
Oh,
my God. Fucking breastrope. I don't know what I call it. Dude buster.
Did he just break Kyle Fletcher?
Package tombstone for a 2 count.
That did not go well.
Dangerous rope.
That did not go well, my guy.
I think that he landed up on his shoulders. That went pretty safe, I'd say.
You think? It looked fucking horrible to me.
That's the fucking point. It looked horrible, but he landed up on his shoulders. It looked safe to me.
Okay. I thought they almost fucking, like, they didn't come down clean at all. I expected a little more.
What I saw even on the replay is Fletcher took that on the higher parts of his shoulders. Okay. What's unsafe here is Aubrey Edwards in the fucking ring. Fucking good old Clydesdale out there trying to get herself over.
Oh. Yes, Corey. I assumed you were. I just can't. I can't necessarily read it sometimes. So I'm glad you were being sarcastic, my friend.
Trust me, we're always sarcastic. It's up for interpretation whether we're being sarcastic or serious.
It's a language.
Right.
Big super kick.
Perspective.
Oh.
Big ass elbow. Super kick.
So Justin saying this is a pay-per-view level match. Ugh.
Yes. That's the
over.
What was it? Wrestle Dream, to where they sat there and they gave us pretty much a week's worth of television and a pay-per-view all in one night.
Yeah.
Instead, they just sprinkle a pay-per-view's worth of fucking matches over a week and a half. Excuse me.
This was a good match. I really like it. I really do. Could it have been a match that they, second, third, fourth on a pay-per-view? Absolutely, Justin. Again, could they have gone longer and it been better? Probably, but I really like that match a lot. Oh, wait, Kyle's got a chair.
This is how you end the show, though.
What the fuck?
Takeshita braced before the impact.
Hobbs is just choking Fletcher out.
Sorry, good thing.
Uh-oh. Get him.
What in the Weenie Hot fucking Junior is Don Callis doing right now? Sorry.
What's the yeah, I feel like he's gonna break into the opening number from Sausage Party.
You can have that. I was gonna go.
Oh wait, he's talking to Kyle. Like
he's gonna join.
Okay, JV saying it was safe. It just looked ugly to me. It looked like he didn't come off nicely.
Don Callis with this scar on his forehead and the fucking hot dog tan he has. He's fucking Voldemort of AEW.
Yeah, too bad nobody watching. Not bad. Not a bad argument, Joe. What is this ending? This is good stuff.
Okay. As fuck. We have a run-over for who gives a shit.
And I don't fault Justin for saying, like, I mean, it's not terrible, and I get there's some story here, so I don't want to shit on it. I don't love the idea that, you know, he wails them both out with a chair shot, and then Don's like, wait. But, I mean, that's just being a little bit picky on my part. I thought overall, good main event, good angle. I'm okay with it.
Saying it's not terrible doesn't mean it's good. Like, it's still bad.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm excited for the movie we got going.
Yeah, my brain jumped into
I hear the train coming. It's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when.
You see, my brain went to the Easy E remix right away. But yeah, funny as shit.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Dude,
give me that. Give me that.
Yeah, it's wicked. I'll give you 5 out of 2 on her nose, but who's in the saddle? I don't.
What in the
folks? Rampage is done. Smackdown is done. If you are still here, still hanging on, let us know what your rating out of 10 for Rampage is. It was a good Rampage. It wasn't as terrible as some of the past ones.
It ended on a fucking turn the punch bowl. Just because it wasn't bad doesn't mean it was good.
Yeah. I wish that Fletcher match would have been like on Dynamite on Wednesday. I would have liked Dynamite better.
I think you could have done very much with some reshuffling throughout that.
Right.
Do you end on Abaddon winning?
No, you haven't seen this lady in 2 years. How the fuck do you put a spotlight on her like that? It's a weird
skeleton send shivers down my spine.
Spooky! 10 out of 10.
That's a better ending than I hit you with a chair. Oh, you didn't mean that, so you can have that.
I take it back. 6 out of 10. I can't rate it because I can't be bothered. That's probably the most honest rating I've seen all day. That's pretty spot on. Tony doesn't care about it. Why should I?
Right. Well, here, I'll give it Vance's rating here. He's just talking about the score, but I'll give it a 5 out of 3.
You're giving it a 5 out of 3?
It's an improper fraction because that was an improper show.
I'll give it a... Do I feel like giving it a 6? 5. I'll go 5. They passed tonight, but half of it wasn't sensible. The other half was all right.
Does he get a Brucey bonus point because of Sky Blue and the mystery wagon?
I should almost give him a bonus point for Abaddon.
He gets a Scooby snack. He gets a Scooby snack.
5 out of 10 Scooby snacks or mystery wagon.
5.5 because of the Scooby snack.
There you go.
That's my rating. 5.5 because of the Scooby snack.
Right. Jeff saying Smackdown epic, Rampage meh, Dynamite blows. See, we welcome all opinions here, folks. I like it.
Is it funny though that still out of the 3 shows AW airs, Dynamite still somehow, like, even if not ratings, but at least in fan view, is the lowest?
Dynamite is?
It seems to be.
Oh,
you literally just read a comment shitting on Dynamite compared to Collision
No,
and Rampage.
I still think on Wednesdays, people tend to be happier about Dynamite than I am.
NXT and SmackDown are viewed better than Monday Night Raw.
I'd say yes, 9 times out of 10, especially SmackDown. SmackDown leads the way. Again, NXT is consistent. NXT gets better, better ratings consistently over AEW Dynamite for sure. But yeah, there's still the the faithful out there that love their Dynamite. 8 out of 10. AJ was happy with it. 6 out of 10. What do you think about OC versus Claudio for the International Championship? KJ and Nick. I like it. I think Claudio was going to win it. They had a media scrum for it.
Did they have a media scrum, or did they just kind of show people hanging out in Tony's basement with a table?
That could be true. He still calls it a media scrum. What can I do about that?
Right. He still acts like he works here. I can't. How can you fire somebody who's already been fired?
Right.
I think OC is, by the way. OC this starts to become Orange Cassidy with the fucking. This is Gollum with the fucking ring. I feel.
Maybe. I like the idea of Claudio winning it and it causing a rift between him and Moxley. That's what I want.
But you already have the BCC going versus House of Black. So you're going to rift on a rift?
Well, I don't think them fighting House of Black is a rift. I think that's a rival.
Right, but no. So you're going to have them split. So you've got 4.
And it gives
you're going to have them divide and House of Black.
House of Black wins.
Divide and conquer?
Yeah, I think so. I think House of Black takes the W, and that's a good reason why is there's dissension amongst the BCC.
Fair enough.
Sup, KJ and Nick. It's just me, or they turn this Angelo and Ruby Soho thing into a. Hey, Jacob.
Tell me more. Does she dress like a
runaway?
Destination Unknown, Ruby.
Right. No, Abaddon's not going to win. Abaddon just got brought out. She's like the Halloween toy, right? Like Tony brings her out once in a while. And
spooky, scary skeletons.
Sky Blue is 10 out of 10. There you go. I'm excited for Kenny and MJF on Collision. Yeah, dude, we're going to be here live tomorrow. Back at it in less than 24 hours. Going to be a fun one. Looking forward to all the action tomorrow. We don't know the full card, but we will be here for NWA as well. So that's going to be fun. Imagine if AEW was booked like early 2000s Ring of Honor with their budget and talent. Shit would be killing it right now. Amen, brother. I wish Rampage was Ring of Honor Friday. I really do. And I do think that grittiness is needed on this show. Not the playfulness, the grittiness. Get away from the kiddiness. You have that with WWE.
I mean, Billy Starks is a minion, so but boy. That's all I gotta say. Ring of Honor is an after fucking thought. Like Rampage is an after, like Collision's an afterthought. Rampage is an afterthought of an afterthought. Ring of Honor is an afterthought of an afterthought of an afterthought at this point.
After that thought, Dynamite average somewhere between 700 and 900 depending on the week. Rampage is usually around 4K. Collision fluctuates between 4 and 5. Accurate. Thank you, Daniel. So Tony Khan and his people meet in the basement at his house like the gang from that 70s show. No, but that's cool. That 90s show. They're more like the 90s show, not the 70s show.
Marking out
down
the street. The same old thing.
We did last week.
Not a thing to do. Mark on you.
Kenny and MJF definitely starting off Collision show tonight. KJ and Nick.
Fuck.
What? Are you behind? No, they can't start off that show. They don't start off that show. Should be the main event.
Yeah, they could. They might.
Treehouse of orders for AEW. There you go. I'm looking forward to EC3 versus Thomas Latimer. Did they do anything with Santana and Ortiz feud? Yeah, Santana beat Ortiz. Pretty straight up, pretty clean. It's over. Goodbye. But then you got Sanji Dutt coming out to collect them. So, God.
That's the last thing we need is any bit more involved with Jeff Jarrett and all of that. Like it's already become TNA with Karen Jarrett's involved, Jay Lethal's involved. We've got Christian in a prominent spot. This has just become TNA.
Right. I think Sky Blue joins. I don't know. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Why was Sanjay Dutt looking at Ortiz? Again, I don't get it. I don't understand it. WWE last call, by the way. We're going to shut her down and we're going to go home. We're almost at the 4-hour mark here tonight. It's been a fun one. But like I said, we are back at it tomorrow and Sunday. So we got lots coming your way, folks. WWE, the old show we saw last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do you want me to say?
Okay. Aussie Open with Osprey, United Empire. Ain't he so that they come on, Bonkers, put it together. I
thought he was starting to go into the Jeff Jarrett of ain't he great? I was like, no, Osprey's great. Jeff Jarrett, not so much. Don't you do that.
I would like to see United Empire in AEW or WWE. I'd like to see them utilized and then dominate. Take over.
I'd like to see them utilized together. Let's start there.
Yep, 100%. I don't really care for Osprey with Callis. I don't.
No.
They only did that.
I don't need any more phallus in my life.
Pause. I only think they did that because they thought Osprey would get booed in Wembley with Callis, but they fucked up because they forgot he's from there and they don't give a shit. So they cheered him and booed the other guy, even though the other guy wanted to be cheered for a week. It's weird. I know. Slap Nuts Incorporated. No, that's what they should be called. They need t-shirts that say Slap Nuts Inc. Meow.
What the fuck was that sequence of comments?
Help me, Rhonda.
Help me, Con. You're my only hope.
Yo, it is so funny. AEW is set to the Full House theme. I just quoted Full House when I said "Help me, Rhonda," which we all know is a Beach Boys song, but it's an episode of Full House when the Beach Boys come to town.
I was going into "Help me, Obi-Wan." You're my only hope.
So fucking weird how shit works out. There's some marks that Tony Khan caters to. I think
mercy.
I'm looking forward to Impact Turning Point. It's looking like a great card. I'm so confused with Impact and what they're doing at the moment.
Come back in November.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in November, Damien. Figure out who you've been talking to yet. What's up, guys? It's your bro, Big Dog. Pastor Jeff is Big Dog. Looks like my tattoo artist.
Dude Love and Mankind and Cactus Jack. This man is going to enter the chat 3 different ways.
Right? The 3 faces of Big Dog.
The 3 faces of Big Dog.
You really, in that picture, you look like my tattoo artist, not going to lie.
You look like an extra in fucking Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, that's my tattoo artist.
Okay.
Jeff Jarrett versus Osprey is a dream match. Keyshawn, I love you.
I'm done. We're done here. Pack it up. Game over. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. Thank you.
That's it, folks. Click all those links below. Be a part of the show. Be a part of the family. Go get yourself some merch. Make sure you join us on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere else. Keep in mind, we're back tomorrow.
3 barks to the dog.
3 barks to the dog.
Lucky Sean.
Are you clicking? We still got more?
No, that's it. That's it.
All righty then. Yes. You're saying there's a chance. Yes, there's a chance we will be back tomorrow. Have a good night, folks. Big Nick, I'm done. I don't know if you're going to repeat your shit.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you better put that for life with it.
See you on flip side, folks. Have a good night. Come back tomorrow. Bye. Thank you.